Shout out to
Gabe. I'm just hoping to see the intensity pick up even more. You know what I mean? We've been banging each other for the longest time now. I'm going to pause that. That was crazy. But, yeah, we've been going against each other for so long.
Hey, what up, everybody?
What it do? What it do?
Shout out to Gabe.
Always.
Y'all know what it is. Kane's in the building. How's everybody doing, man? We heard your jokes. We hear y'all talking shit in the chat. We coming, man. Relax. Man, how's everybody doing? We've had a lot transpire since the last time we talked. It's crazy because we had a whole preseason game. We had a whole scrimmage. We had Terry Gate with Terry showing up in a
Terry and AP reunion.
Right. We got all kinds of craziness. Did y'all see this? We got to start the show off, though, with an Ed special.
Ed Oliver special right here. Look at your man, Ed.
Hey, Ed, will you please tell the beautiful people out there about your man, Brian Robinson Jr., and what our guy Ben Standig had to say about him?
Yeah, shout out to B-Rob, man. Shout out to B-Rob. No ill will, man. Like, you know, I didn't need my kids didn't need an autograph from B-Rob. It's all good, but yeah. So Ben Standig thinks that B-Rob is going to be released, basically. So on his podcast, he says, "I'm going to give B-Rob. I'm going to guess that B-Rob is not on the Week 1 roster. I have no insight into that. If JCM is on this team, I just don't know how you're sitting him." So even me, I'm not gonna say a biggest B-Rob hater. I'm not a B-Rob hater. I'm rooting for B-Rob. I just want him to get more than 720 yards. I just want him to get 800 yards in a season. That's all I'm asking. Not much.
Ed want him to get that shit on another roster.
Ed want him to get that as a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. No, I'm rooting for B-Rob. I really am. I mean, he's come a long way, getting shot, all that. Ben's right in front of Ben's Chili Bowl, so I remember that. But I just don't see this happening. And I respect Ben Standig. I respect his work. You know, he's independent now. Mm-hmm. He's got his own Substack. He's doing his podcast like he's been doing the last couple of years. But even me, who I think B-Rob is probably a bottom 10 running back in the league, bottom 5, you argue that. He's average at best. He's solid. You know what you're going to get from him every season. I don't think they're cutting B-Rob. I don't think that's happening. I love JCM. And I remember, look, so I know this is a previous regime. Like, I didn't think Adrian Peterson was going to get cut, but they saw something in Gibby. And then remember Alfred Morris, he was a 7th round pick or a late round pick. People didn't think he was going to start. He ended up starting that year, and he blew everything out the park, you know, with the home run hitting celebration and everything. Literally did that. So I get what Ben Standig's saying. He's there every day. So his word does have some merit to it, pun intended. But I don't see B-Rob getting cut. I don't see him getting cut this year. Now next year he's not going to be on the roster. We all know that, but I don't see him being released. Now it would be a hot topic. That's a hot take for sure though. That's a hot take.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't really see it. I mean, first of all, this news came out after JCM just got like a shoulder injury. Now, granted, they said he was all right. He went through the walkthrough on Monday, but he couldn't even take part in the scrimmage that happened on Tuesday. And I know we're going to dive into that because shouts out to C-Rob for making the most of JCM's carries since JCM wasn't out there. But, like, I mean, at the time that the guy has a shoulder injury, now we're talking about B-Rob. And that just further proves the point that even if, you know, as much as we want JCM to become our lead back, I don't think he should become like our workhorse. All of these workhorse running backs end up injured. They get ran into the ground. And I feel like a running back by committee led by JCM would be the best case scenario. And and he may not even be ready like week 1 wise. Like, even though Brian Robinson wasn't a great pass protector to start, he's learned, he's gotten better. And right now our priority is keeping Jaden Daniels safe. So Austin Eckler, best pass protector running back on the roster. Brian Robinson improving. I love JCM, but he's not going to be on that field a lot.
Nichols can pass block too. He be throwing banners.
Yeah. So I love JCM, and I at some point this season, hopefully sooner rather than later, he takes over as RB1, but he shouldn't be just RB only. We're not trying to turn JCM into RB only out here.
I agree with the two of you so far. Brian Robinson's going to be on the final roster. Not only is he going to be on the final roster, he's your starting running back. And I will say, though, This is my type of propaganda. This is my type. Like that shit. That shit lit a fire under me. I had to bring it to the guys as soon as I saw it. Like, oh, we need to start the show with this right here because that's interesting. And you know, surprise cuts do take place when that final 53 comes out. You know, they just cut a draft. Me and Lou, remember we were talking, and you were like, we can see them cutting a draft.
I'm not. Yeah, you said that Dom Hampton was. You like, I ain't heard nothing about this man in 2 years. And I'm like, Rio, they not cutting a draft pick from
near and
the
dear to your
draft,
heart.
bro.
Yeah.
I said, as soon as I said it, that was a kiss of death.
Yeah, that boy
Hey,
Dom
my bad, bro.
Hampton wanted no parts of contact in that game the other day. But back to B-Rob. B-Rob will be on this roster, but this is a running back by committee. There is no Batman in the room, and JCM will steal carries from guys on this team this year. I don't think the shoulder injury is serious. I think they're being precautionary with it. I hope we see him on Monday versus the Cincinnati Bengals because I want to see more. We're going to get into the preseason game later on this episode, but pump the brakes, guys. We're going to unleash JCM, and we're going to see him sprinkled into the offense. I don't think it's going to be week 1 of the season. B-Rob's going to make the team. Ben Standig just got a new gig. So, you know, he trying to put some sauce on it. He trying to put some seasoning on his takes right now. And he needs y'all to go over to Substack and holler at his podcast. Yeah. I haven't heard the audio yet, but I'm sure he stammered through this whole thing. B-Rob might be not be on the final roster this year. But shout out to Ben Standig, though. And he's gonna get a lot of
comments. Next guest on your show too.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know if I can sit through that shit, but
hey, Rio gonna be over there like.
I would intentionally do that show live because the comments would be, the chat would be diabolical if Standig came on the show. But shout out to Ben Standig in Substack for the information, man.
He's definitely the next guest on Rambling with Rio Robinson.
I'm gonna hit him tomorrow.
Oh man. That's hilarious.
Introduce him with a Porky the Pig set a laugh track.
That's all, folks. I can't with you, bro. Yo, look, this is absolutely not happening. Now, I say that and then the shit happens, right? I can't imagine them trading him because of what they feel like he's going to bring to the table. Like, each of these backs are different and unique in their own way. And they all bring something different to the table. Like, Eck is a great return man, in addition to a guy that can catch it out of the backfield, can still pass protect, and you can still hand it to him, right? B-Rob is more of your first, second down thumper, short yardage situations. I think I trust Bill in short yardage more so than B-Rob at this point. I know that might be crazy, but after seeing some of those runs, and we'll talk about the Patriots game because we're going to go in sequential order with everything to get us up to present day. But they down around the goal line when B-Rob's right, he smells the end zone. He's got a nose and a knack for getting in the end zone. And so I think he has a role that he can fill here that they feel confident and comfortable with him filling. And then you got Bill, who offers you that quickness, that slasher, that home run threat ability, a guy that can make, because Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler ain't making nobody miss. Neither one of those dudes. Like, Eck, he's stiff, but if you don't come with your hard hat and your lunch pail, you're not going to get Eck down. Like, especially if you try to tackle him down in the lower body area because he's just got stronger legs. B-Rob is a guy that falls forward normally, right? Bill is a guy that can just flat out make you miss, and he can bounce off of contact. So I think they all bring something different to the table. I do think, like Ed said, this is B-Rob's final year here, and Bill will take over next year, but I don't necessarily see that being the case to start this year where they just say, you know what, let's start the Bill era right now. Anything's possible. Like, none of us saw them trading Jahan Dotson last year. None of us saw them trading Captain Insano last year. Like, they got active last year. And if somebody came calling and wanted to give them a late round draft pick for Brian Robinson Jr., and they felt like, because they still love J-Mac. And I like J-Mac too, right?
Yeah, he's not going nowhere.
I don't think so, bro. Right now, I think
nowhere.
you're more likely to see them keep 4 running backs and 5 receivers than 6 receivers and 3 running backs.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's just the way it looks right now. But
y'all want to have some fun with the conversation now. What would y'all think of a running back room of JCM as the lead dog, Austin Eckler, and Jeremy McNichols? Thoughts?
That would be interesting. I mean,
and then you keep 4, bring C-Rod. So C-Rod, McNichols as the 3 and the 4, and JCM and Eckler as the 1 and the 2. Just hypothetically speaking, what would y'all think of that room?
You could get away with that. Like, I could tell you right now, at least half of the fan base would sign up for that right now, because a lot of fans like C-Rod more than B-Rob. They were trying to push for that last year. Like,
I'm one of them 50%.
Hit him down right now and put C-Rod in the game. He's better. And so there's fans right now that would be like, yeah, no, give me a 6th or a 7th round, pick. Give me a conditional 6 or a conditional 7th, and you got a deal. Let me get C-Rod, even if C-Rod doesn't make the roster, but he's 1 click away on the practice squad from being brought up if need be. I know a lot of fans that'll sign up for that. I'm not one of them. Y'all know I'm a B-Rob guy, but I know a lot of fans that are.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to it.
I'm not a B-Rob guy, but I know what B-Rob is going to do weeks 1 through 8. Weeks
we
1
need him.
7 and 8. Yeah, he's gonna, like the Giants game. He's gonna have a good game week 1. Like, I'm calling now. He's gonna have his 80-yard game, 20 carries, 4 yards per carry. He's going to have that one random run like he did last year where he didn't see the hole and then he just bounced around and ran out, where he should have scored a touchdown in that first game, but he ran for like 50 yards, got hauled down. So he's going to have a game like that. He's going to have a good game, a couple games, the Cardinals game last year, the Panthers game. Like, he's going to give us 3 or 4 of those, and we need those. And we need a guy who is a bruiser so JCM can change the pace. And that's going to be the best thing about B-Rob weeks 1 through 8. Now, week 8 is where it's going to be questionable. That's where he's going to be burnt out. He's going to be slow. He's going to be moving like a snail. And that's where I see JCM taking the running back 1 spot for sure. But I just wouldn't cut B-Rob at this point. Like I said, I'm very, very, very low on B-Rob, what he can do. I just know what he's going to do.
We need him in the playoffs, man. He did what he needed to do, especially versus the Lions, man. We need him when the season counts, when we're trying to make a run for this Lombardi. We need Brian Robinson Jr. I know it's fun to have hypothetical conversations like this, but we're getting this last year of his rookie contract out the way, and it's probably not going to be an extension we're talking about in the 2026 offseason, but we need B-Rob on this team.
But even trade-wise, I mean, we're going to get higher than a 10th round pick. Like,
right? No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, well, who's giving you anything for this man?
That's a pick swap type deal right there. That's definitely a
pick swap. Pick swap.
Yeah, 6th round pick swap.
Yeah, Ridgeway type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got to turn the clock back to where it was like 12 rounds to get a pick for this man. Like, what you getting for him? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think a lot of fans would jump at the opportunity to get a 6th or a 7th. I just don't even think you're getting that.
I'm cool, man. I'll take this last year of production because I don't really think that we should be losing components right now. Have him share the room with the rookie rather than he's not in the room.
Yeah.
No matter what you get in a draft pick in the trade, it's not going to help you in 2025. We're trying to win right now. Von Miller's going to win right now.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. And so to that point, Friday was nasty. Man, was Friday awful to watch.
Yeah, I ended my shit early. I was like, nah, we're not going to 0-0-0.
No way, man.
I had to go back and check out your reaction to the opening kickoff because this man Rio came on. He had the towel, he had the football, he was ready, bro. So I was like, I gotta see this opening kickoff because this shit was horrible.
And it was my guy.
Yeah, it was your guy.
Yeah, that's what made it worse, man.
That was like salt in the wound for a lot of Commanders fans. That's how I started it off. Like a lot of your guys, a lot of your guys' favorite guy that you wanted this draft, season was the guy that did it to you. But
straight to the crib.
Went straight to untouched. This man was unbothered, unfazed. and untouched.
Oh,
And Matt Gay, chill out. Don't chase after people. These are
Bro,
athletes, man. Let it go.
it is
You're gonna get
preseason.
hurt like the Giants kicker last year. Don't do that, man.
Bro, I was waiting for the Joey Sly pull up. I was like, oh
Yep.
shit, here we go.
Yep.
He
about
was
to
putting a
grab
little
that
bit too
hammer.
much effort. It was too much effort. That was way
D
too
Mitch was like,
way
hey,
too much effort.
hey, chill out, bro. You ain't catching him.
Yeah,
Chill.
he was making me mad while I was watching him run. First of all, he wasn't gaining no ground. Like, watch, just leave it alone. We don't care about effort from the kicker, bro. You
Your
just
hamstrings
that's
was
it.
on fire.
Oh, you know they were.
If you're the last line of defense, bro, it's a touchdown, bro. Let it go.
That Ash was crazy. And so I thought it was a flag because the little Carter thing in the corner was down there. And so I thought it was a flag. I'm like, okay, yeah, that shit coming back. We won't give up touchdowns like that.
That Carter shit was. I went on at least 3 rants about that. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen to put in a football game. If y'all don't reverse the color grading on that, every play is a damn flag because of that. Like, what are we talking about?
I think they got the message on social media because they ended up taking it down and putting like another sponsor up. But yeah, like you said, we get it that their color scheme is black and yellow, and the yellow is usually the dominant color. You got to make that all black with the Carter actual font yellow. You can't put that in the corner there where the flag logo usually shows up and not have people going crazy on almost every snap. My wife was like, "It's another flag." I'm like, "No." She did that like 3 times. She was like, "Yo, I'm getting sick of this shit, bro."
It's just Carter. Yeah, I was.
She was hot. So, what were your initial reactions and emotions to watching that game? Yes, it's a preseason game. We get it. You don't need to overreact. Nobody ever wants to see their team give up 48 points and lose by 30 in a preseason game, though. And I was like, yo, are they really about to do Eagles part 2 on us and score 55 points? They were 1 touchdown away from scoring 55, bro. That would have been back-to-back games of giving up 55 points.
Would have been a bad omen. Would have been a really bad omen.
What are you guys' initial thoughts on what you saw from the team on Friday? Because I have an overarching theme. I'm gonna see if anybody gets it before I say it.
I know me personally, while I was hyped because we get to see the boys in game uniforms playing a football game. But when you sit down and think about it, that's what you expect in a game where only Sam Hartman and Josh Johnson are quarterbacking the game for your team. Like when they gave out that long ass CVS receipt list of players that were not playing on Friday, I looked at it and was like, oh yeah, this is going to be nasty. This going to be especially considering that the Patriots played starters to start off the game. But before we get into all the negative stuff, Lord, did we all need to see Jerzon Johnny Newton make that play. Yeah. And it was created by Louie T's favorite edge rusher, Jacob Martin. They're running stunts now. And Johnny Newton was in the backfield every play. He was there for a tackle for loss. He sniffed out a screen pass. And then he comes off the stunt and sacks a quarterback versus the starting unit of the Patriots. Johnny Newton was like one of 3 relevant, actually going to play this year players that played on Friday for us. So that was good. That was a very good sign going into some bad. Oh, no, you about to say something?
Yeah, I was going to add to the good. Since I guess we can all just take a good since you started it off.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's just all take a good.
Let's go around the room. Everyone say something positive about preseason. Let's do it. It's therapy.
Trey Amos was fan-effing-tastic in his 2 possessions on the field. They tried him once. He was right there, step for step, located the ball. Let them know, nah, not on my side of the field. They tried to run the ball, bounced it outside on this side, basically had a tackle for no gain over there. He was lights out. It was so fun to watch him work on that side of the field. And I thought he was phenomenal. I thought there were a few guys that are going to be contributors this year in the secondary that were phenomenal, but I'll leave it at that and give you guys an opportunity. Since there wasn't a lot to pick from, I'll give you guys an opportunity to say what was a positive for you in the game.
To add another positive, Jeremy Reeves really cemented a lot of the reporting we've been hearing from guys like John Comm and stuff, where he's gonna play on defense this year. You know, we got a glimpse of it a few years ago, and it wasn't really that good in the in-between years. what was that, the Monte Nicholson years or something like that, where he actually looked pretty good back there. But now he's back. And I mean, even if you're looking at the depth chart, especially with my boy Tyler Owens banged up right now, Jeremy Reeves is easily third safety on the roster. And when you go out there in the preseason, for the guys that are supposed to be starters, that are at least competing for starting spots, are going to be a part of the rotation, forget the third and fourth stringers. Guys like Jeremy Reeves need to be out there making himself look like a man amongst boys. He's supposed to look like a starter amongst backups, and he did just that. He was everywhere. He had that one penalty on special teams at some point, but other than that, he was everywhere, and just it further cemented the fact that he will play on defense this season.
He's a demon.
He's everywhere, hitting, tackling. I mean, he had that big stop, where he had to cover a lot of ground and make a tackle on third down to force them to kick a field goal. Like, he was everywhere, man.
Yeah. Positive.
Yeah, I guess our version of good and bad, studs and duds. I'll say two players that look good. Ja'Cory Brooks, he was the only wide receiver that could actually catch the football. So that stood out to me. I guess we'll get to the bad later, so I won't name those guys yet. But he went 5 for 5. I think he had 5 catches for about 58 yards, which is pretty solid. He had a screen catch where he had some wiggle, made somebody miss in the phone booth, broke a tackle, got a first down. So that was huge for him. I think he kind of like elevated himself. I don't know if he's done enough yet to make the roster, but if I had to pick somebody off of that game, I'd rather have him than some of the other guys that were out there dropping passes. So just have that upside at the 6 wide receiver spot is like, why not? So I thought he played well. I thought Big Play Tay made 2 nice catches.
Play Tay!
Yeah.
Talk your stuff.
Yeah, right. It wasn't anything crazy, but once again, like, it was so bad to the point where if anybody caught the football, you just got you got a star. You got a gold star next to your name.
Right.
That's how bad.
Not a gold star.
It was that bad. And then I'll give it to Josh Connolly. I thought he did a solid job. I thought he did a good job in the run game. There was a couple clips posted on social media, being physical, just showing the athleticism there. I thought he did a good job. And I'm not sure if anybody brought Bill up, but I know we talked about him, getting that first down. That was a huge first down. He was one of the few guys that played with energy, didn't see a lot of energy out there. He was trying to get the team hyped. Like, he ran for that first down, try to, show some energy, some swag. So I thought he was one of the few guys that did that. So his numbers didn't pop, but he did make plays. He broke tackles, got to the second level. So those are some of the few guys that I thought stood out to me.
He made a lot of something out of nothing. Like, every time he got the ball, he was met in the backfield and still managed to get over the line of scrimmage. And on that one 9-yard run, we seen things that we haven't seen here. So it was more like confirmation of what we've been hearing in camp. Yeah, man. In a phone booth.
Yeah, that's that phone booth agility and athleticism that he possesses. Then he bounced off of like 3 dudes and held on to the ball. I was like, hey, don't fumble that thing now.
Yeah.
And he held
and even in the
it.
middle of that innate ability to get, it was at some point where like it got narrow. He innately got skinny without, it didn't even seem like he had to think about it. It was just natural. It was the jump cuts, get skinny. And then somehow after all of that, any arm tackles, he was breaking them, bouncing off of people. It was beautiful. And even beyond that, what you about to say?
No, go ahead.
I mean, as a receiver, he made it look easy and natural to catch the ball. Like, it went straight to his hands. Yeah, hands, no body catches, no bobbling. Like, as much as I love C-Rod, he bobbled that one.
He can't catch. C-Rod can't catch. For real.
It was thrown low, but I feel like Bill would have caught that. And then even the play that got called back, he caught the ball.
That was dope.
And then made a couple of people miss. And then
that was nice.
Just to y'all's point, man, he maximized every yard that he could get. The first guy never got him. Sometimes it took the third.
The first carry, it was 2 dudes waiting on him in the backfield, and somehow he turns the corner and gets back to the line of scrimmage, man.
Insane.
Like, the 3rd and 1 run where he jumps over a dude, a guy's already in the backfield, jumps over him, bounces it to the outside, and turns the corner and gets the first down. It's just like, this dude is unreal, man. Noah Igbenogany was outstanding.
Oh, he was hooping.
Oh, my God. He was out. I was like, why is he still in the game, bro?
Outside of that one play in the 4th quarter, I don't even know why he was out there.
That's why I was like, why is he even still out here, bro? He was hooping the entire first half. He killed it in the 3rd quarter, and then they scored the 1 touchdown on the 4th down where he was out there. And then they put him back on kickoffs. I'm like, are y'all trying to kill this man? What are y'all doing? And he got hit hard on that kickoff return too. I was like, what are y'all doing?
They needed him out there because Carlin Vickers was a human sacrifice on Friday.
Blood sacrifice.
A blood sack. Yo, that man, is he good? Is he still on the roster?
Yeah, he gave up on that second tackle. He just gave.
Brian Mitchell was killing him, bro. And I felt bad for him because every time he got crucified on the field, they put the camera they panned right to him on the field. That I text everybody in the group there. I said he looked like that little kid that they dad played football as a kid.
He makes him play and he don't want to play.
He makes him play and he don't really want to play. He don't want the contact. He don't really even want to. He don't even like football for real.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Yeah, get your ass out there. he looks sad, bro.
It don't help too when you one of the very few people in the entire sport with locks coming out your helmet too. Like we can't even accidentally think it might have been somebody else. No. Oh, there go the guy with the locks again. All game.
Gibby absolutely destroyed that man. Like that. After that, he didn't want to tackle no more, man. You know, I don't want to play. I don't want to do this no more. Yeah, it was rough.
I've seen Gibson truck somebody like that in DC. Like I've seen him make some plays, but truck somebody like that, I didn't see that from Gibby.
Yeah, nah, he was amped too. He had the kick return against us. He had that run right there. He was definitely looking for some get back right there. So Iggy was as I call him, the general. He was out there balling, man. So it was just good to see him do that as well. I think that was the extent of everybody that played well in the game. I don't think we missed anybody because it wasn't a lot.
Let me give one more shout out to Johnny Newton because I needed to see that. I needed to see that. You know, I don't know if he got something fun waiting for him in the crowd or something, but that boy was amped up. As soon as I saw that sack, I said, "Get him off the field." I seen enough.
I was amped when I saw him blow up the screen. I didn't know 2 plays later he was finna get a sack for his fumble. I was like, yo, Johnny on one tonight. Yeah, I love it.
Even after that, later on, as they drove down the field, I think it was like 2nd and goal or 3rd and goal, something like that. And he got a pressure on Drake May to where Drake May ended up having to throw it off like his back foot and ended up being complete because the receiver was open. And then Johnny Newton was the reason that ended up not being completed for a touchdown. So he hooped.
Shout out to Johnny Newton, man.
Yeah, big time. Needed to see that. All right. So it's a lot of not so good, man. I mean, each of us could give out multiples. Ed, you were ready, boy. You was like, yo, we'll talk about that later. Ed, you start us off, man. Let's get to the not so good, Ed. Let's get to the ugly.
Sure. Chris Moore should have been cut.
Yeah.
Dominic Hampton was released.
We should have publicly shamed him.
And it should have been the old school Hard Knocks episode where you walk into the office and
we need the playbook back.
Yeah. Let me get that. Hey, go ahead and get a trash bag too, man.
You're right. Yeah, Chris Moore should have been cut. KJ Osborne, they're gonna keep him here as a body, but he had that should have been a catch.
That should have been a touchdown
from Sam. And this is the thing I will say about Sam Hartman. I know everybody said that he didn't play well, which he did, but look at this. So I'm looking at his numbers right now. He went 9 for 19, right? Mm-hmm. So Chris Moore literally hands like a snake, drops the pass. The first drop was the worst drop of the whole night. Like over the middle field, perfect pass from Sam.
3rd down, yep.
They ruined his night. Them 2 dudes you just named ruined his night, Ed.
Yeah.
It just started the momentum of the drops. Mm-hmm. And it was almost like he didn't want to drop the football. It's like he didn't want to catch the football. That's how bad the first drop was. It was like he just threw it to the ground like he didn't want it. The second drop was a tough one. You still got to catch that football. You know, especially where we're trying to go, like Terry McLaurin, obviously he's making that catch. No, Brown's probably making that catch. Debo's making that catch. All the starters that we have are making that catch. So, and then I think on the same drive is when the interception happens. So those are the things that kind of like rattled Sam too, that threw him off his rhythm. I think that, you can get to ifs, ands, and stuff like that. But if Chris Moore brings that in, he's not throwing an interception because we're in the red zone. Mm-hmm. We had to go all the way back to where we were, and then he throws the interception. So that throws him off. Then the pass to Osborne was very nice placement. That's a catchable football. So that should have been a touchdown. So now you're looking at 1 touchdown, no picks instead of no touchdowns and a pick and not 18. So that's where I give Sam some grace. But Sam, anyway, like my thoughts on the roster, I can go on about this too. And we'll talk about this on the live too about keeping 3 quarterbacks. looking at these two guys play, I don't think it's necessary to keep 3. I think we're fine with 2. I know Mariota's banged up right now, but I think when you have a franchise guy and a really good backup like Mariota, I don't think you need to keep 3 guys and have the quarterback carousel that we had with previous regimes. So those are my 2 busts at the receiver. Vidgers, you guys already talked about that. He got trucked and he didn't want to tackle or touch anybody. He didn't even want to play flag football. He just didn't want to have any type of contact out there. He just didn't want to play. What else was that bad? Larry Izzo's got to get some smoke.
Oh my God.
You have guys unprepared out there, and Travion Henderson off the rips off a 100-yard touchdown run, kickoff run, and then not only once, but it happens again with Antonio Gibson. He could have scored again. So
I was gonna be sick to my stomach if Gibson house won. I was gonna be so upset.
Yeah, I was like, that's the Antonio Gibson I know right there, who don't have the ability to finish off anything explosive whatsoever, man. We got the one play against Buffalo, the one screen. That was it. He'll never finish nothing he start. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then so scouting report too. Nobody tried to peanut punch the ball when Antonio Gibson had it. That's one thing I was disappointed in because we know nobody.
Hey, you petty as hell.
Somebody should try to punch the ball or something. Nobody did that at all. So we got to have a knack for taking the ball away. The refs on the Jeremy Reeves call, they were bad. The penalties were awful. There's so many ways. And then I almost forgot about Matt Gay. That's the special teams thing.
Oh, God.
You know, he misses a 49-yard kick, and then we see the other kicker make a 57-yarder, and then the next day we see the Jaguars kicker make a 70-yard kick. So we have our highest paid in history, fully guaranteed for 1 year deal kicker, and he's out there missing 49-yarders, and he's missing kicks in practice. So that's a huge concern. So Larry Izzo, I think, you know, not all of it's on him clearly, but kickoff coverage is going to be a huge emphasis on the Monday Night Football game. If they go out there and allow even like a 30, 40-yard kick return, that's inexcusable. So there's a lot of ways you can go with it. Josh Johnson wasn't great either, but, you know, he clearly was the better quarterback on Friday night. So, yeah, that's it right there. And then, of course, Dominique Hampton. There's a reason why he was released. You know, draft pick or not, he just had to go. I thought maybe they could have gave him a little bit more time to see if he could redeem himself in the next game, but they moved on quickly and they brought in 10 linebackers, I think. They brought in 14 guys. I think out of the 14 guys was like at least 6 or 7 linebackers, I believe. So, yeah, Dominique Hampton, I wish him the best, but, you know, he was getting washed. He was lost in the sauce. So he's another guy that was a depth for me.
And it was like, yo, I got a couple of defenders on speed dial. If y'all need them, let me know.
It was texting them during the game like shit. Hey, I got some traction for you, bro. They having tree outs at the park on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let my man Braylon Sanders get the target, man.
My man Braylon Sanders gets a run.
He's gonna look better than Chris Moore.
We all gonna look better than Chris Moore, man. So since Ed pretty much hit all the negative, so I'm gonna reiterate and piggyback off of some of Ed's points there. Number one, loser in the 2025 offseason, Sam Hartman's barber. Like, you cut his hair, you took his aura from him, you took his superpowers away from him. You got the team posting Sam Hartman clips walking into the stadium, Jaden's hyping him up, and it didn't look great. But his whole day was killed by Chris Moore and KJ Osborne. They were football terrorists on Friday night, bro. Chris Moore dropped 2 chunk plays, and Sam Hartman dotted KJ Osborne up one. It was a slot fade. That's Jaden's specialty right there. I thought 5 through it. That joint was beautiful, and he drops it in the end zone, man. KJ Osborne, I don't know what he does in practice that keeps him so prevalently used here, because even Jaden throws it to him a lot during practice. You always hear him making a catch in 7-on-7s and stuff. Then an actual game happens and he's back to being KJ the friendly ghost. But that wide receiver room, it was nasty. It was nasty. I think we overinflate what the impact of a 6th receiver could be in the regular season. But you do got to account for it because Noah Brown's going to miss time because he always misses time. That's who Noah Brown is. But I would have loved if DEI Luke would have made a play. You know, they gave him the he was sick designation, you know.
Because I was disappointed. I was like, yo, y'all can't tell me that wide receiver screen that was trash and DOA was the only time we needed to see Luke out there. Luke
It was
should have
so
been playing into
bad.
the second
It was
half.
so bad. I was like, nah, he had to have been throwing that. That couldn't have just been a wide
Yeah,
receiver.
exactly. I was like, this got to be a pass because he threw the. Hey, Luke lined up so far back, and he threw that bitch about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I'm like, this got to be a double pass.
Ain't no way they thought he was about to make something shake with that. That had to be a double pass. But I ain't see who he was could possibly be throwing it to.
I didn't see it either, man. I didn't see it either.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
and then also we were hiding the shit out of Jalen Lane. Go ahead, Rico.
Oh, no, you good. I was just going to talk about my negatives too. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I would have like maybe they're hiding him. Jalen Lane, I wish he would have kept his feet on a couple punt returns, but I want to see him. I want to see Jaden throw him the football on Monday versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't want Jaden playing in the preseason, but he's playing on Monday. They got a palate cleanse that bullshit we watched 48-18 on Friday. Not the result, but like we didn't look like we did. We just look like a nasty operation. And for those non-contextual fans who aggregate on social media who didn't know we rested 32 players, a narrative started. Oh, here comes the regression. Here comes the slump. It feeds those things. And to close out my negatives from the day, Matt Gay. You're allowed to miss kicks in preseason games. Don't miss the first one. Don't miss the first one.
You never get a second chance to make a first.
We already saw the kick return go back for a touchdown. You can't parlay that with more negativity from the special teams. Miss the kick in the third quarter when we're down 40 points. Don't miss the first time we see. We gave you the largest guarantee, bro. Kickers. Just do your job. Y'all are not athletes. You're here to kick the ball. Don't chase people on kick return. If they got to score, they got to score. We don't need your hamstring being a sacrificial lamb like Carlin Vickers. Just make the damn kicks, man. We're watching these AI-generated kicker names from the New England Patriots. What the hell is John Parker Romo?
We call him the serial killer. John Parker Romo.
John Parker Romo. Who is this guy?
The serial killer.
Him and my boy Andy Bergales, they knocking shit through the upright. Matt Gay's first biggest guarantee we've ever seen a kicker get it signing, and just misses the first kick. So fans are already ready to crash out because we have seen nothing positive. But that's all I got for negatives. Go ahead, Rick.
Bro. Yep. The serial killer hit it from like 58, bro.
Yeah, and then I see
like 3-4 yards to space.
Jags kicker hit a 70-yarder.
70 piece, bro.
Who are these people? Who are these fake named people?
Go ahead, Rico.
And even to y'all's point, like the whole missing the 49-yarder, like we were told you do the research and everything for last year in the NFL Uzi with the Colts. He never missed anything 49 or less. If it was 50 or more, you were concerned. But anything 49 or less, he never missed. Extra points, field goals, anything's never missed. For him to come out there on his very first kick and miss exactly at the line of 49 definitely concerned me. Because it's like, all right, so don't even try to ask him to kick a 50. He can't even hit his best. So I already knew that game was going downhill from the kickoff return to him missing that first kick. You could just already see that. And oh man, I love how Dan Quinn has reacted. He hasn't shown any anger in his meetings, but you could tell from the little things he said that he's very upset about this. Like he said something to the extent of like, that will not happen again. Like I can promise you we're not going to look that bad again or something like that.
He said, y'all got me looking crazy. It's like when you go out and embarrass the family, man. Y'all got me looking crazy in front of these people, man.
Yeah. This man said something to the effect of when things that happen, it really burns my ass or some shit like that. I was
he
like,
did say that.
My ass.
I was like, hey, DQ, you sound like some shit I wrote for you on a script, bro. Don't say that shit no more, man. Go ahead.
But honestly, I mean, because it is preseason, so you got to use this in the context. There was a lot of backups, and even sometimes we had mostly second stringers out there against quite a bit of their starters. So it's like you don't want to overreact, but at the same time, that was the starting special teams unit out there.
It was
kickoff coverage and everything. That's my biggest concern leaving this game as far as what could affect us in the regular season. Because at the end of the day, the very few couple of guys that actually will play on Sundays actually looked pretty good out there. Johnny Newton, Tre'Davious Amos, Josh Connolly had ups and downs, but he mostly had ups. Jeremy Reeves, guys like that. So like, and JCM looked good in the little bit of time that he had was able to get the ball and stuff like that. So the guys that, like, when you're going into a preseason game, these guys have to perform for me to feel good about this season. Those guys did well. It's the guys that's more than likely not making the team that didn't do well, and for that exact reason. But the special teams was different. Right. Like that special
they were
teams,
all out there.
Special teams coverage was awful. We had penalties, even from guys like Jeremy. We had a penalty from Ben Sinnott. We had we had every type of penalty on special teams. We had blocks in the back. We had late hits. We had a illegal formation on the kickoff at one time. Like, it was as bad as it could possibly be. And even on kickoff returns, poor Jalen Lane, every time he was about to catch the ball, there's already 2 defenders right there. So it's like we did nothing right on special teams. We couldn't return, we couldn't kick. And shouts out to Jalen Lane, because I was even happy that one of the times where he's catching it as a defender's already tackling him, somehow he broke that tackle. Of course, the next guy got him. So you're seeing some potential there, but he really didn't get the chance to show what he could do. But yeah, special teams was awful. Like, we got to do, and it's crazy because we were one of the best special teams units last year. And if anything, we only got better on paper over the offseason. We got a better kicker, supposedly. We have a better returner in Jalen Lane, I feel like. Probably the most explosive returner we've had in a long time. And then it's the same exact crew on kickoff coverage from last year. So I don't know how we took this sudden step back. But that just looked like a team that wasn't used to contact. Like, we got into a couple of fights with the Patriots in the joint practice. Then we go into the preseason game. We just don't look like we're ready. And honestly, back to your point, Rio, about Jaden possibly playing. We're going to talk about this soon, I'm pretty sure. Playing in that second preseason game. I think he's more likely after how bad of a day he had in this scrimmage we just had a couple of days or yesterday. I think that's only going to, because it showed that once we finally have our first practice where it's full pads, full contact, tackling people to the ground, the defense got the better of the offense. And maybe the offense needs to go out there and get some reps in the gel a little bit better.
Yep. I'm going to take an overarching theme to this. So one of the things I had conversations with fans about this offseason was the depth of this team getting better. But I always caution people that it's year 2 of a recalibration. There's still a lot of work to be done. I think there's still another full off season of another draft, another very positive free agency class coming in here. And you probably need to sign 1 or 2 of those dudes to 3-year contracts instead of the bevy of 1-year deals that we like to hand out. I don't know if y'all read the John Keim article. It was a really good read. But he pointed out that we have 42 players under contract for next season, which is the lowest in the NFL. And then we have, I think it's 22 players under contract for 2027, which is the second lowest in the NFL. So it kind of falls in line with this notion of you're not giving guys long-term deals. It's a bunch of 1-year contracts as they continue to turn over the roster. And to me, the preseason is all about depth. It's not about your starters. It's about depth. And so you see the teams that win. The Ravens hold the NFL record for the most wins in preseason football. Yep. They had that crazy streak where they won like 20-something games in a row that we snapped a couple years ago. And teams like the Eagles routinely win in the preseason. Teams like, teams like that, pretty much. Like teams that have tremendous rosters, top to bottom, from 1, not to 153, 1 to 90.
Yep, that have been accumulated over years.
And years of stacking up good drafts, good free agency classes, finding guys that fit your play style and what you do as a football team and an organization. And we're not there yet. That's what this said to me, is like from 1 to about 27, maybe 30, we could compete with anybody because of 5, right? But and we saw that in the NFC Championship game last year. You start eating away at that core of guys that are supposed to be on the field. When Daron Payne is subbed out for, what am I about to say? Carl Davis?
I knew it.
In the NFC Championship game, you have a problem, okay? When when you got Luke McCaffrey and J Mac back on kickoffs because you don't want to put Austin Eckler back there because he's been getting concussions, you have a problem, right? When
sometimes you gotta risk that CTE, man. You need your best out there, bro. We got a Super Bowl trip on the line, man. He would do it himself.
Hey, look, man. I'm saying, look, you can't like last year. Look, I think that your boy that came in for Cosme, what was his name? What's his name?
Allegretti.
No. That came in the Lions game and played really well.
Trent Scott.
Trent Scott.
Yeah.
I think he did a phenomenal job coming in. But he ain't about that life playing against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Like, you just get to a point where, hey, we running out of real bodies over here, right? And that's where it shows up. In a game like this where you sit 32 guys, and so you're essentially saying, hey, roster spots 33 through 90, y'all got it, right? And they're like, nah, we don't got it. And that's what it looked like. It was tough to watch, but it's just further confirmation that we still got a ways to go from a depth perspective. Like, I'm not saying that just because the back end of the roster isn't great, you're supposed to get your brains bashed in and your back kicked in by 30 points and give up 48. But I'm not shocked that we didn't look sharp and we weren't the most crisp out there on the field because we just don't have it like that. Look, I said I was going to stop shitting on Bobby Price because he graduated from Norfolk State. So I'm going to stop shitting on Bobby
Is that
Price.
new Wild Goose or no?
No, you know who really was about to be the new Wild Goose?
Seymour.
Nah, because he actually played special teams. He liked that on special teams, but he done for the season. Alan George was about to be the new Wild. This man tackled somebody before halftime and had the audacity to get up talking about y'all's crying and shit. That was pass interference, bro. You tackled this man 5 minutes before the ball got there. What are you talking about?
That was hilarious.
That was that St. Juice special right there.
Yeah, it was a straight. Hey, speaking of St. Juice, Chargers fans was crashing out on the
boy. It went viral, man. It was everywhere. They were sick. I needed
that.
Chargers fans was crashing out, bro.
Davis. He called him Mike Davis too.
Yo, they said this guy's Benjamin St. Juice is Mike Davis, bro. They had an epiphany. He was like, hey, we know. We had both of them last year.
I was just about to say, some of them didn't know that we had both of them. I saw somebody reply, well, the Commanders had both of them last year, and it was like, pray for them. Like, I don't know how they did it last year with that cornerback.
Bro, it was wild. Ed said, I'm watching it live. Ed was enjoying himself thoroughly. Ed said, I'm watching it live. I was like, hey, goddamn. Chargers fans crashing out.
It was the first play of the game. He let Cedric Wilson cook him up, though.
Ed was giving us the full play-by-play. He gave us the color and the play-by-play.
Hey, Ed was enjoying himself too much. But it goes to show that we got a long way to go. That's basically my takeaway. I do want to say this. I want to end on a positive, and I think this is going to be a great segue to what I want to talk about to cap off this game. I actually thought, and I want to get your guys' opinions on the rookies and the young guys. I actually thought Kane Medrano flashed. I don't know about y'all, but I thought that even on the plays he didn't make, there was one play to the outside, and that was another thing that really pissed me off. We still had issues stopping perimeter runs. They were killing us.
We don't get there. Like, we refuse to get there. Like, the backers can't get there. It's like they've never seen an outside run before.
It's amazing. Like, even when they got in the red zone and they knew, like, hey, we can't run up the middle. Just do a toss. Get in the end zone. They had 3 touchdowns on tosses. 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Kane wanted to be out there, though, and I can't say the same about Dominique Hampton. That was the main difference. Like, there was actual attempts on his end.
First of all, he tried to peanut punch the football on one of those. I was so happy to see that. There was one play where they got to the outside. It was Travion Henderson who got to the outside. He tried to run him down from behind through the A-gap, which was not what he was supposed to do. Because if a coach will tell you quick, if you're gonna play behind the football and you're gonna jump through the wrong gap, you better get there and make the damn play, right? He was this close. He tripped up on somebody's foot. I think he might have caught his ass from behind before he turned the corner if he doesn't trip on that offensive lineman's foot. So I saw flashes from him. I saw him as a rusher off the edge. He couldn't turn the corner, but there was some juice and some explosiveness as a rusher off the edge. I was like, okay, Kane, you got a little something there. So I thought Kane Medrano flashed a little bit. We talked about Bill already. I think y'all already touched on Jalen Lane, because he really didn't do much at receiver. And then, the 2-punt returns, he really didn't have a lot of space. Y'all talked about the first round pick, JCJ. And are there any other guys that we need to touch on from a rookie standpoint?
Even just Jalen Lane, it sucked because the one target he got from Sam Hartman, he overthrew it. And I don't think it's a coincidence that overthrow came after he had that underthrow to the sideline that ended up getting intercepted. So I think he was like, all right, when in doubt, I'm just going to throw it over him and nobody gets it type of thing. Right. And even to Kane Medrano's point real quick too, is I feel like the negative plays he had, it was like a lot of offensive linemen getting up to the second level. And I just feel like in general, we shouldn't be allowing that just period. Like our defensive line needs to do a better job against that to hold those guys up and keep the linebackers clean. But to your point, it was never a lack of effort. He was out there mixing it up with people. He was attacking blockers at times. He may not have been able to shed them consistently, but he was trying. And yeah, to Jalen Lane, man, that was just, he couldn't get the punts going as soon as he catches it the one target he had. I was surprised when the snap counts came out afterwards. And he had like 19 to 18 snaps or something like that. It just didn't feel like it.
It didn't feel like he was out there at all. It really didn't. I don't think we even saw him until like the second quarter. It felt like late in the second quarter when that pass you're talking about that he airmailed over his head. I want to say that was late second quarter, right? I want to say that was Sam Hartman's last drive before Josh Johnson came in. So if that wasn't Josh Johnson, I think it was Sam Hartman who threw that pass. So it was unfortunate because I felt like we needed to see a lot more Jalen Lane. We just didn't. And that was really frustrating. Let me take this opportunity. Oh, go ahead, Ed. Sorry.
One thing before we get to that, I was just going to reiterate Tramus again. I thought he did a great job on Mac Hollins with the few plays he was out there, because I know we told about, is he going to play? Is he going to, we know he's on the first team. He's going to be a starter. So I thought he did a great job. Even though they asked him to play, like Mac Hollins, he's a fourth option, third option kind of guy, but he does have production in the league. And Mac Hollins did a good job in the joint practice. So I thought it was good to see Trey Amos run stride for stride and really just take him away from getting the football on that play. And then the tackle, too, at the line of scrimmage, stopping the run. So I thought that was huge by Trey Amos, just the physicality. That's just what we wanted at corner for a while. And it looks like we've drafted a legitimate physical corner at the quarterback spot with Trey Amos. So that was good. He just gave us affirmation with that. Of course, we'll talk about Bengals game, which would be a great test for him, but I just think that he stood out again.
Yeah, I'm so excited that we're gonna get to see them go up against that crew over there, because I got a question for y'all a little bit later on in the show. But shout out to everybody who's already purchased your tickets. Over 120 of these have already been sold. Remember, only 150 of them existed to begin with. So shout out to everybody who's already got their tickets, but we still got some tickets left. If you want to be in the building, man, we can't wait to meet you and turn up with y'all August the 24th in Arlington, Virginia at Crystal City Sports Pub. The Kings will be live and in full effect, man. For the first time ever, the Kings will be live together. And we want y'all to be a part of the show, man. Doors open at 5. Show starts shortly before 6. We're going to turn up, man. I wish I could tell you when the party's going to end. I said 9 o'clock. I can't tell you if that's
y'all getting Louie Tee in the flesh. We about to have Ed cussing. Y'all about to have me drinking, and y'all know I don't drink. Rico pulling the grills out and coming up from the A. We're going to have ourselves a time, and the production's about to be lit, man. Make sure y'all pull up.
So y'all know the vibes. Get your tickets. Mods, if you're out there, drop the link in the comment section of this video, please, so those that want to purchase tickets have access to it. That link is also in the description of this video as well. Also,
for the ends at the titty bar.
Hey, look, man, you a hop, skip, and a jump. You ain't even got to get in your car. You can just walk down the street to the titty bar. If that's what you jonesing for on a Sunday evening.
It's right there. Just know that when we say titty bar, it is Virginia. You probably not going to see none, but do what you got to do, man. They got good food in there like they do at all strip clubs. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you something to eat.
They ain't got no vegan cheeseless pizza in there, do they?
No, not an eggplant in sight. At least not the kind that go on pizza.
hey, chill, bro. Hey, wait a minute, man. That was some really foul business on your part just now. Hey, chill out, bro. but hey, but I gotta say, hey, we are looking forward to kicking it with y'all, man. And if you can't be in attendance, you can still help the stream go over without any issues and help support this event by donating. Click that same link that you would purchase tickets, go all the way to the bottom of that screen, and you will find 3 different donation tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. And that will allow you to donate. Can't be there in the physical, you can still be there in spirit. And every person that donates will get a shout out from the Kings during the stream live. So we can't thank you guys enough for the support. Get those tickets. They're almost all gone. Shout out to everyone who's already purchased, and shout out to those of you who are going to purchase. We can't wait to kick it with y'all, man.
And to Rio's point, man, that production, watch out. Like, it's serious. This is not just 4 guys just pulling up and talking. It's gonna be some serious stuff going on. I'm telling y'all right now.
It's a show. Hey, my camera got Thanos snap, and I don't know what is happening on this end. We're gonna have some good camera work on the night of the show. I can promise you that.
So let's transition to the next event that took place, which was the joint practice. So they had a couple of walkthroughs. We got a visit from John Bernthal, which was pretty cool.
In the building.
He did the intro for which one of those hype videos for the play? Was it Tampa Bay or Detroit?
It was the Detroit game.
I know he did one of them.
Fire.
It was fire. Whichever one he did, that's when I realized he was a Commanders fan. I didn't know that until then. So it was,
native. Yep.
Yeah, it was dope to see him there, talking his talk. It was awesome to see the players kind of get their feet wet after that debacle that was the first preseason game. Then Dan Quinn drops, a pseudo bomb on us and says, "Hey, we're doing an inter-squad scrimmage, right? And we're going to split the team into 2 squads, Burgundy and gold. And we're going to have, coaches for each side. We're going to split the 2 teams up, and we're going to get after it, right? Since this 10-day window between the first preseason game and the second preseason game exists, let's do something to keep the competitive juices flowing." So they do this scrimmage, and not everybody was a fan. Laramie Thompson was like, this shit was whack. He was like, we got through it. It's over with. I would really prefer us to not do that shit again. But they did the scrimmage. The Burgundy team featured Jaden Daniels in the first team offense, and then the gold team featured the entire first defense, and then they split the rest of the roster between the 2 teams. And so, if you would have polled me and a lot of others before this thing kicked off, I probably would have said, "Give me the team with Jaden Daniels on it."
Yep.
Well, that didn't turn out to be the case. The Burgundy team was dominated 14-0. They basically did situational work based off of the second and the fourth quarter. Those were the 2 quarters that they really focused in on. And the Burgundy team was dominated thoroughly. As we've heard many times, no separation by the receivers. Jaden Daniels was under duress with that makeshift offensive line that is in front of him. So before we get to the actual scrimmage itself, Rio had an excellent interview. If you haven't checked that out, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and check out Rio's interview with Lionel Willingham the day of that scrimmage. They talked about a lot of different things pertaining to the scrimmage and some things that were happening off the field during that scrimmage. We'll talk about all those things. But I want to ask you guys a question before we get to any of that. With the dominant performance that the first team defense turned in against the first team offense and have been turning in specifically in the red zone, Are you getting the sense that this defense is legitimately good, or are they somewhat of a mirage based off of the offense that they're going up against? The offensive line is a little bit beat up. Obviously, the receivers aren't up to speed and up to par. And so are they looking a lot better than what they really are? Do you think they aren't as good? Because, look, Drake May dotted them up in the joint practice,
Yep.
right? And so are they as good as advertised, not as good, or are they somewhere in the middle? What do you guys think?
I say combination. It's a combination of two things. I'll tell you what, people were expecting me to come out and like poo-poo the offense because of their performance in this black and gold scrimmage, but I like the defense winning days. If there is one thing we don't need to worry about in 2025, it's Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury's offense. They're shuffling and playing musical chairs on the offensive line right now. The two starting guards are out, and they're rotating tackles and trying to teach a rookie, 21-year-old, how to play tackle. They got Uber drivers at wide receiver right now versus the defense. It's Debo and the guys. It's like a bad 70s group. It's Debo and the guys out there. It's Debo and Luke McCaffrey and Chris Moore and KJ Osborne. It's a bunch of not football players that should be at Kroger bagging groceries right now. But I love to hear it. This is how you build momentum. We're going to find out so much about this team and the little bit of time starters play this weekend. We're going to see Trey Amos run smoke with the best receiver in the NFL, with Jamar Chase. We're going to see Marshawn Lattimore run with T. Higgins. And did you see how surgical Cincy looked in that preseason game versus the Eagles? Touchdown, easy. Burrow might not have let the ball hit the ground during that game. So then we're going to find out something. And when the Baltimore Ravens come to town for joint practice, that's when we're really going to find out, because Drake May was dotting us up with Pop Douglas. It wasn't even with Stephon. They were with Pop Douglas.
Pop Douglas and what's the special
Booty
teams?
and Booty. Kayshawn Booty.
And what's the special teams dude? Oh, man. Mac Hollis.
Yeah, Mac Hollis. Yeah, the dude that don't wear shoes and socks and stuff. Tree hugging. The tree hugging Bama over there. But we're going to find out a lot more about the defense in the next couple of weeks than we're going to find out about the offense. You're not even seeing how they're really going to use Debo and Jalen Lane and company yet. We're experimenting with things because we know that's the strength of this team. So I felt good seeing the defense get a win in this scrimmage. So I'm good with it. I'm not tripping. Jaden Daniels, Cliff Kingsbury, and our offensive unit and that offensive line, they're the last things we need to worry about. But please, God, figure something out with Hoodie, YN, Terry McLaurin, and Noah Brown, because I don't want to see some of these players on a regular season football field come September 7th.
And I'm mostly pretty much with Rio the whole way. Like, I'm not really worried about Jaden Daniels. What I would add is that, I mean, it would also be different too if like Jaden Daniels was just being extremely inaccurate. Now, there were moments he was inaccurate, but I feel like it was more so the defense making plays than the offense just playing terribly. I mean, first of all, with no Terry and no Noah Brown, I did hear that the receivers were getting strapped up quite a bit. It was just hard to get anybody open. But also there were moments where like Debo Samuel was open, and then like Bobby Wagner had like a pressure on Jaden Daniels, which forced him to throw it a little erratically. And then that's what led to an incompletion and stuff like that. So I just feel like it was more so the defense making great plays. I'm also loving to hear that we had a really good pass rush. Now, granted, like Louie said, it's a pretty banged up offensive line with a couple of guys that may not even necessarily be starting, you know, once we get well into the season. But I mean, we were just hearing that the defense was more so making plays than the offense was just straight up bad. So that's why I'm happy. And then again, to Rio's point, I feel like we don't have to worry about the offense. It was one of the best offenses in the NFL, one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL history. And if anything, we only got better on paper. Jaden Daniels is going to get better as an individual. So I'm not really worried about them. If the offense is having a bad day, I feel like it's far more defensively induced than just the offense being that off.
Yep. Bingo.
Right. And the question is the takeaway from the scrimmage.
Yeah. Do you think that the offense is, or the defense is actually that good, or is it because the offense isn't very good and the talent that they're going up against isn't necessarily top notch? Or do you think it's a combination of the two and the defense actually is going to be solid?
Yeah, so I think it is a combination of it. The receivers, the back end guys are just they're not good enough. I heard that Jalen Lane did have a drop. Jaden did overthrow Debo, but the receivers, they're just not good enough. Luke, Amos, it sounds like Trey Amos has had Luke locked up the whole camp. Every time I hear about the ball being thrown to Luke, Amos is there locking him up. I saw it in person too when I went. And Trey Amos had a pass deflection on Luke. Marshawn's been getting better. That's great. I heard Marshawn had a bunch of PBUs the other day. A couple of PBUs in practice too. Mikey blew up Luke too on a play over the middle. So I heard about that. They talked about that. But yeah, it's just, and I also heard that JB Finlay said that Jaden had Chris Moore open down the field, but he was kind of covered and he just checked it down to Eckler. So
I wouldn't have threw that shit either.
Huge problem. It's just trust. He's losing. He doesn't have much trust in these guys, and they haven't really given him much to trust them either. So I think that's a huge concern. And of course, we really need Terry back because Jaden just doesn't trust these guys out there. It's been dropped after multiple drops by these guys out there. So it at that point, it makes it tough to evaluate the defense when the receivers are that bad too. And Ja'Cory Brooks is having to play with the ones. He's played better. So it makes it tough for the evaluation process too when you don't have the receivers playing well. But I will say that the corners are definitely way improved from what we had last year. The run defense is tough to evaluate. And I know Demetric Felton, I heard he had a great practice. He had a touchdown. He was playing really well. C-Rod had the toss play for a touchdown that we saw. They showed that clip from Sam Hartman. But I think the cornerback room is definitely improved. I will say that, but at the same time, the receiving core is so poor. And then Noah Brown didn't play. Brandon Coleman didn't play. Cosme still, he's still recovering from the ACL injury. So there's some guys that had definitely been out. JCM shoulder injury. I don't know if he would have been on the Burgundy team. I think he probably would have been on the Burgundy team. So he was out. So we did have a couple guys that were.
You say Bill?
Yeah,
he was on the gold team.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, we saw the list. I don't know if y'all saw the list.
Yeah, they put the whole JP put the whole right. They had an official. They put some time and some thought into it. They got shirts for the pre and
the
post
winners.
game.
Yeah, for the winners. Yeah, no.
The coaches had on shirts that said "Battle of Brotherhood," Burgundy versus Gold Scrimmage.
Yeah.
Like they put some thought into this.
No, DQ had this joint lined up. He ain't tell nobody about it, but he had this joint lined up for sure. He put a lot of thought into it, even down to splitting it up, giving the coaches head coaching responsibilities, who was going to be the play callers,
next in line, guys.
Yeah.
Audition week. Yeah.
He wasn't bullshitting.
That was my favorite part of it too.
Yeah, there was reports that Von Miller was balling. Von Miller had a good move on Josh Connolly, and he batted down a pass too.
Right. On fourth down to Ertz.
Von Miller's gonna be a demon for us for no reason at 36 years old.
Yeah, that's big time with Von Miller hearing that. And then Frankie Louvu was causing pressure. He had a lot of pressures out there too, so that's big time.
Yeah. So overall thoughts, if you want to start it off, Ed, you can. If you already said what you needed to say, then Rico, you can jump in. But overall thoughts with the Burgundy and Gold inter-squad scrimmage.
Yeah, my thoughts is that some of the media reporters, and they stopped the media reporters from tweeting out play-by-play. I guess in the first quarter of the scrimmage, they told them to stop. But the overall thing, they said Jay didn't have a great day. They said that was Ben Standig said it was Jaden's worst practice of all of his practice, which is crazy to hear. But we know why. Part of it is just Noah's not out there. Obviously, Terry's not out there. Your two starting guards aren't out there. So we're not gonna make excuses, of course. And that's the thing where everybody's saying that JD5 can elevate guys, which he has. He elevated Diami. He made Diami. He got Diami paid last year. Got Alameda paid last year. But there's only so much elevating you can do. You got to have your guys out there. You got to have your Joes out there. You got to have your wide receiver one out there. So that's a point there too. So clearly not concerned about Jaden not having a great day in a Burgundy and Gold scrimmage. But those are my main takeaways. And then of course, like I said, Von Miller stepping up and some of the defensive guys getting confidence and stepping up out there. But definitely not concerned about a Burgundy and Gold scrimmage and Jaden having an off day.
Rico.
And just to go back to the coaching thing, I really love that. Like that whole coach development program, what it feels like. Because remember, like Brian Johnson was named last year when we hired him as our assistant head coach. Literally just so Dan Quinn can take him under his wing and show him, put him pretty much through like a head coach development program. Because you already have like guys like Anthony Lynn. He's been a head coach before with the Chargers. Cliff Kingsbury was a head coach with the Cardinals. And you could just, I think that's going to also attract geniuses and really good coaches to come here because they know we're not going to be selfish and try to hog them from the rest of the NFL. You're going to come here and we're going to do whatever we can to help you develop into that coach to where you leave the team and you take that next step. If you're trying to be an offensive coordinator, you're trying to become a defensive coordinator, or if you're already one of those, you're trying to become a head coach. So I feel like even though we're going to probably have like a rotational chair of coaches coming in and out constantly, and it's going to be hard to have some continuity, I feel like we're always going to be, at the very least with that, bring in and cultivate great talent. But I just love the fact that like Tavita Pritchard and I can't remember the other person. Like they were the play callers for both.
Brian
teams.
Johnson.
Brian Johnson was the other one.
Oh yeah, I just said thank you.
Yep.
And those are the play callers for both teams. I love the fact that it was Tom Donatel and Jason Simmons. Who when we first hired Jason Simmons, we were like, man, this guy may eventually get calls for like a defensive coordinator job. Yep. And Joe Wood Jr., taking the defensive court on the head coaching side of one team, Cliff Kingsbury, and I also felt like that was like brought a lot of pride. Because like there was a lot of trash talking, even of course afterwards, after the gold side won, they were talking crazy. I forgot who said, like, confirmed it. Like, yeah, they've been talking crazy already.
Yeah. They've been set tripping.
Yeah,
they was wilding, bro.
And even before the practice, like there was a time that Mike Sanders still tried to infiltrate the Burgundy side. Jaden Daniels and Deebo Samuel had to escort him out and stuff like that. Like I just love how much pride they took with this. Not only the players but the coaches as well, and they were really competing against each other because we heard reports about like Brian Johnson getting in his bag, doing like trick plays. Coach Yankov came out, like I think he caught the ball and then he ended up throwing it to somebody or pitching it to somebody else or something like that. So it just gave everybody a chance to kind of flex, like, hey, I know I'm like this offensive passing game coordinator, but I got some offensive coordinator in me too, And so I just feel like it kind of let everybody get their own shine, and I feel like that was great too. It kind of brought pride to each side, all the trash talking and everything. And I love the fact that we had shirts printed as the winners and it said all Ashburn. So, those guys that were on the Burgundy team cannot wait to get another scrimmage. They're waiting for that next scrimmage to go ahead and get that, kind of to even the playing field. So that's going to motivate them to go harder and everything like that. And I feel like that competition is going to make everybody better. So I loved it. I absolutely I loved everything about it. It sucks that the offense wasn't able to match the defense. But I loved what came from it, man, and I hope we do more.
Rio.
Yeah, man. I'm not really tripping on the scrimmage. I like the concept of it. I love the concept. I love that there's clearly a succession plan if Cliff or anybody decides to move on, even though I think the move is to still tag Cliff with the assistant head coach thing and make him the highest paid play caller in the league. So we can at least get him through Jaden's rookie contract. But I like it. I like what I hear from the defensive side of things. I think it's definitely a combination of the players that are out there with the musical chair on the offensive line and some of the receivers that we have going out there. Jaden having an off day just means he's human. That's the one person on this roster I will never be concerned with. We don't got 17 out there right now. We don't have 85, and he loves throwing the ball to 85 as well. When it wasn't Terry, it was Noah Brown every time last year. But I like it. I think this lit a fire under the team. I don't think this was some pivot move because we look bad in a preseason game. We have a proverbial bye week with no preseason game this week. We don't play till Monday night, so he got their competitive spirits and juices flowing against each other. I know the vets like Laramie Tunsil and them, they was not trying to do all that. Like, bro, we playing against our teammates. Bobby Wagner or Louva, one of them was like, man, these y'all teammates when they was out there about to fight and they was smacking and stuff in the game. But ultimately, we're talking about, like, we didn't even get any highlights from this game, but C-Rod. Yeah. Like, that's the type
C-Rod
of
and Sam Hartman.
Like, we didn't get no A-list clips from this scrimmage. So it's not too much.
5 + 1 = 6.
5 + 1 = I know. I need that. I don't not 1-5. Not Sam Hartman 1 + 5. I'm talking Jaden and Deebo. We ain't get none of that in the game. But It was cool. It was cool, and it gave us something to be excited and talk about. Bring that damn scrimmage back to the stadium and do Friday night football again, because I loved when they were doing that at the stadium every year. I was going, it was fun, it was free, and they treated it like a game day. They had the restaurants open and you could come taste test the new menu each season. Bring that back, because they did this scrimmage for the likes of Ben Standig and company. Like, do that for the fans, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if y'all watching Hard Knocks, but they do they red and blue game or whatever they call it. The Bills do, and they treat it like a game, right?
Yeah, that's what the Eagles were doing when Landon Dickerson got hurt the other day. Like, every team usually do. We don't do it no more. Bring it back, DQ.
Yeah, make it happen. So, yeah, I'm gonna ask y'all this. So I like you guys. I'm not concerned about Jaden at all, but I would be lying if I said that I'm not somewhat concerned about the receiving core. Granted, Terry's not out there, and Noah. We've talked about Noah and his inability to stay healthy. Like, can you count on him for even 14 games this season? I mean, he's off to a pretty rough start, right? Given the lack of depth behind those two guys, like, Lionel Willingham was on Rio's show, and he literally said that the starting receivers were Luke McCaffrey at the X, Jalen Lane at the Z, and Debo in the slot. Like, that's not a recipe for winning.
Hell no.
And so you're literally one injury away potentially. Like, what if Terry doesn't play? Like, what if he says, I'm gonna just chill on this pup list for the first 4 weeks, and Noah Brown comes out in week 1, he gets banged up? Like, I don't want to sound doom and gloom or anything, because all of this stems from the fact that Terry's not out there. If Terry were, even without Noah, if Terry were out there, or just one of them were out there, I think this would be all different. We wouldn't be having these conversations.
Not a single vertical threat on the field.
But the fact that we get no separation, and none of the dudes that are here right now outside of Debo Samuel can actually catch a contested football, it's becoming a glaring issue. And so, are you guys interested in bringing in a veteran receiver, or you don't think we are at the point where we need to press that button?
Yeah, I think it's just a little too soon for that. If things look how they look now going into the regular season, maybe we need to consider it, because remember, we didn't sign Noah Brown until like right before the week 1 game. But let's give Noah Brown a chance to get healthy. Let's get Terry back onto the field and things like that. But yeah, it's not pretty right now at all. Like, Jada's doing whatever he can. And I mean, the one silver lining to Terry not being here yet is that the chemistry between Jaden and Debo Samuel has definitely been expedited. Like, they look like they've already been playing together for way longer than they have. But it's not, I mean, the fact that, in the Burgundy team, your starting receivers were Jalen Lane and Luke McCaffrey. Like, that's not good right now. That's not where we should be. And that's not because they broke the team up that way. That's literally your starting receivers after Terry, Debo, and Noah Brown right now. And with Terry and Noah Brown gone, it was Debo, Luke, and Lane. And that's just not good.
Yeah, man. Me personally, what we about to pitch, like to Gabe Davis or bring Amari Cooper out of retirement or somebody, hey, man, you trying to be wide receiver 6 over here, man?
Right.
I mean, well, technically, you'd have a shot to compete, like, hey, it's Luke McCaffrey and Noah Brown in the room after Terry and Debo, so you might see the field at some, but now I don't think we're at that point yet. I think we need to also see how roster cuts go, because there may be some talent at the wide receiver position that we had no business being there that maybe we might want to take a look at. But I think we're headed to a world where we probably just keep 5 receivers and keep like Ja'Cory Brooks or somebody on the practice squad, because no one's going to knock down our doors to claim them. Our fans are going to lose their mind when they don't make the final roster like they do every year, and players go unclaimed. Chris Rodriguez. But I think that it's too soon to be talking about signing guys. And I also don't think Gallup or KJ the Friendly Ghost are the solutions in that room.
Ed.
Yeah, it's very tempting because you see Chris Morris on the roster, KJ Osborne's on the roster, they can't catch. Jalen Lane had a draw. He's a rookie, so there's still a learning curve there. I think he's gonna be super, super talented. But no, I wouldn't bring in Amari. I don't know how much he's asking for too, because he may not be looking for the veteran minimum. Of course, he's not looking for a lot of money, but he still may be looking for something. I'm not sure what Keenan Allen got signed for. It may be something similar to that. Amari Cooper, he's still a good receiver, but with the Bills, it was kind of an up and down. I know he got traded in the middle of the year too, so he had to learn the plays and everything. Gabe Davis, that's a big no for me on Gabe
Shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe. All Gabes.
Yep.
For me. Like Gabe just came off of an injury too last year. I can't remember, but yeah, I would pass on Gabe Davis. And when we finally get something done with Terry, or Terry's forced to play and Noah is finally ready to play week 1, the receiving room looks way better than what it is right now. We'll be fine with Terry, Noah, and Debo. Jalen Lane is the 4th option, and Luke is your 5th option. Everything will be fine for what we need to go on this playoff Super Bowl run. But no, it is tempting because it's just frustrating when you see guys drop wide open passes, guys not getting open. You do look at, you're like, hey, should we bring somebody in? Somebody who's established that you can rely on, that has produced in the league before, to help out your quarterback have a great season like he did last year again. So it is tempting, but I highly, highly doubt they go after anybody. I think they stay with what they have, because I know Adam believes that, clearly we're not trading Terry. Terry's going to be back. So I am a big fan of Amari Cooper, though. I've always liked his game. I've always respected his game. I thought he had a great season with the Browns when Joe Flacco came in. That was 2023. Even when Deshaun was awful last year, he had a couple of good games. But he does have a lot of drops and a lot of games where he does disappear. But he would definitely, if he came in, he'd probably be like the 3rd option on this roster right now.
Man, I don't think, I'm with y'all. I don't think we don't need to press that button yet. And honestly, it's nothing out here, man. You see this list? This is some nasty work.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm cool, man. I
Hey,
see a bunch of
Amari
cooked
Cooper,
players, man.
Gabe Davis, Nelson Aguilar,
Amari
JC Ice is up here, bro.
Amari Cooper been doing Luke McCaffrey numbers the last 2 seasons. He's cooked. Isn't he retired?
I don't know if he's retired or not. I think he's just waiting for the phone to ring.
Him and Odell need to, well, mostly Odell, but you know what I'm saying? Odell need to hang it up. I keep seeing people still ask me, Rio, how about Odell? No, Odell's rinsed, washed, and tumbled dry at this point of his career.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
This man said he's not retiring, though. He said that the phone is ringing. At least 3-4 teams have hit him up.
Yeah, he's the brother that refuses to go bald when the hairline officially quit on him, Like, it's over, brother. The movie's over, my guy.
And don't forget that Amari Cooper, I wouldn't say Benjamin St-Juste locked them up completely, but he had a bad game against them, man. And the Benjamin St-Juste can cover you pretty well, man. I don't know, man. That Amari Cooper thing.
Yeah, your days are looking numbered.
We are 25 days away from the first game. Don't forget that.
Woo, 24. We Benjamin St-Juste days away from the start of the season, y'all. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So with that said, speaking of getting close to the start of the season, we got some news today about the schedule of the uniforms and when they'll be worn. We kind of figured a lot of these out. It's interesting to see some of them. Obviously, for those of you who aren't aware, the Commanders, like every other NFC team this year, has more away games than home games. So 9 road games this season for the Commanders, which means that technically speaking, they should be wearing the monument whites 9 times or more than any other jersey, which they are. However, as you see, week 1, that's the only time they're wearing the monument whites at home. Early in the season, NFL teams generally like to wear white at home because it is hot outside, and they like to make their opponents wear dark colors, which the sun soaks up, trying to give themselves an extra advantage. The Commanders are going to do that in week 1. But as you can see, week 2, and I'm a little nervous because I'm like, that mean the Packers about to get icy on us. I think they going all whites and
white helmet and everything.
helmet. Yeah, man. I think they about to shit on us on.
They get icy, man. All they receivers on the damn ICU at this point, and the quarterback banged up.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, and they already and their hands already icy as hell. They can't catch a goddamn thing as it is. So, but they might try to shit on us and go all whites on week 2 because generally the Packers wear, and it's a night game. They're not trying to run from the sun or anything. Generally, they wear their green tops, gold bottoms, or yellow bottoms at home. With us wearing our legacy burgundy unis in week 2, that tells me that they about to get real frisky on that Thursday night game. And then the other one that sticks out for the legacy burgundies, week 7 against Dallas. Obviously, the Cowboys are one of the few teams in the league that wear white at home. Usually teams wear solid color uniforms at the crib. Dallas is one of the teams that likes to wear their whites at home. So we're going to be wearing our legacy burgundies in Dallas in week number 7. Anything here stand out to you guys about the schedule of the uniforms? Anything get you excited?
We all knew them blacks was coming versus Chicago.
Yeah, without question, man. We had predicted that. Are you disappointed that they're only wearing the battle blacks once?
I am. I like the blacks a lot, so I am a little sad about it. You can just already tell they're about to get phased out eventually.
I love them as well, but they bringing back the Super Bowl era, and they want to put them things on prime time 3 times, 2 on Sunday Night Football, 1 time on Christmas for Netflix. So I get it, but I mean, you could have gave them 2 and 2. Like, you could have split it up half. We even need to wear them shits 3 times. Give them for the Art Monk game and then bring them for the Dallas. We need to wear them 3 times, man. But they want to bring back some nostalgia to the stadium. So I get it. I don't really have any big takes. I'm cool with it, but I want fans to know we did our most damage last year in the damn monument white on burgundy pants. Monument white jersey, burgundy pants. Deal with the gradient. They like the uniforms. Y'all may not like them. They like them shits. And I love them joints. So, hey, I ain't mad at us wearing them 8 times.
Yeah, so what I will say, too, about the monument white, so I've seen a lot of complaints about that, too, is that a lot of the big reason why we're wearing the monument whites a lot is the road games. Like the Chiefs game is a road game. The Chargers game is a road game. The Vikings game is a road game. Week 15, New York is a road game. So typically you wear white when you go on the road too. The week 11 game against the Dolphins is technically a road game going to Madrid. So a lot of people complaining about that. It's just typically what it is. It's not like they just wanted to wear the monument white. It's just by default.
That's right. We got more road games than home games. So
right. Then we're not wearing the burgundy a lot. It's only 5 games, so that's interesting. I feel like we wore the burgundy a little bit more last year from what I remember. But, it is what it is on that too.
Yeah, we had more home games, and there was no Super Bowl era jersey to split up those home games, right? So add 3 more to the legacy burgundy if the Super Bowl era wasn't here, or maybe 1 more battle black and 2 more legacy burgundy uniform weeks. The only thing I look at this and talk about is the legacy burgundies. Are of these 5 weeks that they're wearing these, will any of them be BURG on BURG?
I think the week 2 one might be. Like, I don't really feel the need. We don't have to burgundy and gold it on the road on prime time. Man, give them burgundy on burgundy versus the whiteout. Give me the effects of a color rush game week 2 versus the Packers, man.
Yeah, that has an opportunity to be. And I also think week 16 on that Saturday against the Eagles. Last time we wore BURG on BURG, it was a prime timer. So that week 2 makes a ton of sense. And the week 16 on a Saturday against the Eagles makes a ton of sense.
That's the one where I wish we wore black too when them bastards come to town week 16. That would have looked so clean, man.
Yeah. I thought they could have done the battle blacks one more time, but
I like the touch of seeing the aesthetic of all our uniforms having a fly little name to them, man. That looked cool, man. We didn't move like that before.
Look,
yeah, that's hard.
That's hard.
This is crazy, bro. When I talked about it today, I was like, 3 years ago, could you have foreseen this team with 4 different combinations of uniforms that we were going to wear in a season? For so long, you just had the championship joint whites and then the burgundy joints. And that was it. Like, remember when everybody used to do the color rush? And we didn't even have one. And then the whack shit that we did try to put out there, the yellow, that mustard yellow on mustard yellow, that shit was garbage. It's just crazy how far we've come. I wasn't a fan of the throwbacks that they used to wear with the faux leather helmets that they tried to like. I hated those uniforms that they would wear on the homecoming games.
I
every
hated
year.
them too. I copped one, but I hated them.
Yeah, them shits was trash. Like, this is dope right here that we got 4 different uniforms we're gonna rock this year. I just think
we could just keep it as is, man. I know
it may stay that way, Rio. It may. Like, I know we keep
this
thinking
year, they might just keep it in. They might just say, hey, keep the Super Bowl era as nostalgia. And you know what I'm saying? We could touch up and change some things in a couple years when we get a redesign going, but let's just keep it as is. Keep a black uniform, keep the nostalgia as the throwback, and burgundy on gold, monument white, or you can add some more gold to the jersey. You can do whatever you want to with that jersey, but just keep it like it is, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the future holds. But for right now, I'm feeling the fact that we got 4 different unis that we gonna.
I love them black uniforms, bro. Ain't nobody gonna ever make me hate those, man. You can put a logo on the helmet instead of numbers. You can make it matte instead of gloss. But I need those to stick around because I needed us to have black uniforms. Like if they put like burgundy trim on the like numbers and lettering or something on them, you could tweak them and make them even better.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely feel like there's tweaks that could be done to make it better. But I like I'm with you. I already like them as is. It could be better, but I'm just happy that I've been waiting a black uniform my whole life.
Yeah. There's a lot of fans that feel that way.
Joyce is clean.
So now, with that said, we fast forward to Monday, and the Cincinnati Bengals coming to town. As you guys, Rio referenced, they were a hot knife through butter on Thursday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. And obviously the Eagles didn't have their starters out. I don't know if it would have mattered, to be honest with you, but it wouldn't have looked as easy as it. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do to backups, right? If you Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, that's what you're supposed to do to some backups. Cook their ass 9 of 10, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, and make the shit look effortless. And that's exactly what they did. And so I asked for this. I wanted this. I wanted this work.
Yeah.
We're going to find out just how good this defense is. And I want you guys to set some expectations. Like, I don't expect us to go out here and shut down Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so I want to make sure I make myself abundantly clear when I say that I'm looking forward to this. I want to see how they handle this, but I by no means expect them to force a couple of 3-and-outs and get off the field. And then if they bring in backups, then Joe and company get busy. I expect them to struggle, but I also expect them to put up some sort of resistance, make it tough, maybe hold them to a field goal on one of those possessions, because they're going to play multiple possessions, are the Cincinnati Bengals first team offense. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw them for much of the first half, as a matter of fact.
You might get a half out of them.
We may get a half out of them. For sure. So my question for you guys, what are you guys looking for in this game against the Cincinnati Bengals? Our starters against their starters, for how long each team plays their starters. It should be very interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if you see our starters go at least a quarter and a half. May not go the entire, first half, but it might be, Dan Quinn loves situational football. We get the football with a minute 47 left. He might be tempted to throw the first team offense back out there to get some reps in that situation. We'll see, right? What are you guys looking for in this game? This is fast. This is the dress rehearsal for all intents and purposes. We know they're not playing against the Ravens in the 3rd preseason game. They're going to have joint practices that week. This is, for all intents and purposes, is the dress rehearsal. What are you guys looking for?
Yeah, man. I'm looking to see some matchups. I want to see Amos run the fade with Jamar Chase. I want to see him get beat. I want to see how he responds to it. I want to see how he looks out there running with a number 1, because I think by the end of the season, that's our CB1. That's our top corner in the room. So I want to see what them early lumps look like, man. I want to see exactly how, as advertised, Trey Amos is, because we've been hearing that he's been one of the most consistent players at training camp this year and all spring, and he's looked like everything we were never going to get from guys like St. Juice and Emmanuel Ford. Secondly, I want to see a rookie on rookie first round showdown. Josh Connolly Jr. and Shamar Stewart, the guy who never sacked quarterbacks when he was in college, but he was getting active when he was out there on the field, and he has been dogging dudes at Cincinnati Bengals training camp. So I want to see that rookie on rookie violence. I want to see Amos versus Chase, and I want to see what that 5 + 1 = 6 connection looks like. I want to see Debo catch some passes from Jaden while the starters are out there. It's Monday Night Football. See, we can't stink up the joint like we did versus the Patriots because all the idiots are watching. This is on prime time in the preseason. So we're at a spot where the whole world is watching. I don't care about the outcome of the game. I just don't want anybody to get hurt. But I need our starters to go out there and look like what we know they actually look like. I need Jaden to go out and look like Jaden for a couple possessions because that Bengals defense is hot dog water.
Yeah.
I need us to look like we supposed to versus that.
Thanks.
And that exactly takes me to my point. Like, yeah, we should lower our expectations for how the defense looks against that Bengals offense. But, man, if this offense don't go out there and score immediately and often against this Bengals defense, I will be a little disappointed. Shouts out, Shamar Stewart, even, once he's finally got the contract that he wanted and now that he showed up, he actually has had a pretty good, offseason so far. But I'm still expecting us to go up there and dominate at least on offense. And I'm not expecting us to just go out there and lay down for the Bengals. I'm definitely expecting some fight, and it's going to be tough. But I want to see some plays. Like, I want Joe Burrow to be uncomfortable pass rush wise. Like, I really want to see if this pass rush is really like that. We've been hearing that now granted, our offensive line is beat up a little bit, but on paper, it's supposed to be a really good offensive line. And this pass rush has been getting after Jaden Daniels consistently. So I want to see if they can do the same thing to the Bengals, because this is a great measuring stick to see, was our offense actually that bad against in that scrimmage, or was our defense actually that good? And I feel like that's really what I'm looking for. I'm like expecting the offense to play well against the Bengals defense, but I'm really looking to see how that defense stands up against that Bengals offense.
Yeah, I want to see Marshawn Lattimore. Like I said, the last couple of practices, he's had some really good practices. He's coming back from the injury, so he's fully healthy. Want to see how he plays. Of course, he loves to get in a fight, so we'll see if that happens in the first quarter. If it doesn't happen at all against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, this is a great matchup for him. So not just for Trey Amos, but just a bounce-back season for Marshawn Lattimore. Just want to see the whole cornerback room, Mikey too. But I really want to see the defensive line. We talked about Javon Kinlaw a lot and how he's going to come in and help this pass, not only the pass rush, but really just slowing down the run game. And the Bengals do have a couple good running backs. They have Chase Brown too. And, I know the starters didn't play last week, but last week they were pretty bad against the run too. Like Ramondre Stevens had a couple good runs. Trayvon Henderson had a couple good runs. So I want to see the starters come in and slow down the run game. I want to see Von Miller in the pass rush game, get back there and put pressure on Joe Burrow. And then offensively, like we talked about, Tanner McKee went crazy last week. Like Tanner McKee was getting hyped up against this Bengals defense. And he played well. And that shows you that the Bengals defense is still really struggling. Trey Hendrickson is not there, just like Terry is not out there. So we really shouldn't have problems. I know the receiving core is not is Noah going to play? Like, honestly, at this point, who knows? It's 50-50. He probably won't play if I had to guess.
Yeah, don't look for him.
Was going to play. So, yeah, Noah most likely is not going to play. So, once again, Debo's going to be your number one out there. So, they should be able to move the football. And then, of course, Bill. I want to say Bill do his thing, get out there and make some good runs and make some productive plays. But, and just that the receiving core, again, somebody needs to step up other than Debo. Somebody needs to really assert themselves and help Jaden Daniels out there for sure. So, it's going to be a fun matchup. Just like last year, I think it's going to be a shootout in that first quarter. However long they played, just like last year, it was a shootout on Monday Night Football with Jaden Daniels coming out game. So, it should be another great game for Jaden, but I really, really, really want to see Kinlaw and just how the defensive line holds up.
I echo those sentiments. I got two things. One, I want to see the defense and specifically stopping the run so you can go have some fun and get after the quarterback. Like last week, obviously the starters weren't out there, but they were still gashing us on the edge, and that was really disappointing to see. So that's kind of what Cincinnati's run game is. You know, with Brown, Chase Brown is a guy that wants to get to the perimeter. He's not a guy that really wants to get, be running between the C gaps. He wants to get outside the D gap and do some damage outside. That's where we struggle. I want to see us stop the run, put the Bengals in some down and distances where we're allowed to pass rush and see how effective we can be. We've heard so much about what this pass rush can be. They're going to be running twists and stunts and games and things of that nature. You want to see them be able to mix and match parts. One thing I will say is the Bengals were extremely aggressive on early downs against Philadelphia in week 1 of the preseason. Joe Burrow was firing on first down. Like, they weren't coming out trying to set up, let's run it on first and second down. No. He was firing on first down. He was firing on second down. So you can't even be, sure that you're going to even get that test. But I want to see what this pass rush looks like, because if we give him all day to throw, he's going to carve us up. So I really want to see what the run defense and the pass rush look like. If you can stop the run or you can get them to long down and distances on third down, then we can really see what this thing can actually look like. Also, I want to see the youngins, right? I want to see Bill. I want to see Bill get busy again.
Do we think he plays Monday?
I do.
There we go.
I think the question might be answered tomorrow. I expect him to be back at practice tomorrow. Like, if he was really super banged up, there were 9 guys that didn't dress and participate in the scrimmage. He would have been a part of that list. Like Jonathan Jones, we don't know what's wrong with him, but he wasn't a part of the scrimmage, right? Tyler Owens didn't participate, neither did Bill, but they were both dressed and available. They just didn't participate. Like, if they were really nicked up, they wouldn't have even allowed them to be dressed and out there. So I think he's going to be fine when it's all said and done. I expect him to be out there. I don't know if y'all heard him talk, because after the game, they talked to Bill, Sam Hartman, and Trey Amos. Man, Trey Amos had one of the coldest lines I've ever heard a rookie have, or just in general. They asked him, your first time out there, how do you feel? And how was it? Did it feel like the game sped up a little bit? He was like, actually, the joint practice was what moved fast for me. Like, the first time not playing against my teammates, that's the time where I kind of had the packaging ripped off, so to speak, and really was like, okay, this shit different. He said, when I got out there, they was playing at my speed.
Yeah, that was cold.
I said, oh, shit. That's a bar, bro.
That was cold.
He said when they was playing at my speed, I was like, damn, okay, we got us one, bro.
He talked that talk, bro.
He talking that, and he had his fronts in, bro.
Yep, he did.
He was talking that shit with his fronts. I was like, okay.
And every other word, wasn't really that, audible. So, that's exactly how you want your cornerback talking, man. I love that.
He was talking that talk. He said, yeah, no, they was playing at my speed. I was like, damn, he cold, bro. So Bill was like, yo, I just fell on my shoulder a little awkwardly. They went to the tent to check it out. Everything was fine. Like, I was straight. If it was a regular game, I could have gone back in. So he was like, he thought he played too fast. Like, I thought he was fine, right? He said he thought he played a little bit too fast, and maybe the running backs coach told him to calm down a little bit.
He was
he was amped. You could tell he was ready to do some shit. Because he said after the game, he was like, he was trying to pick his words carefully because he wasn't happy with his performance. But he realized
he wanted
could only
to
do what
he wanted. He thought on that 9-yard run he was about to get active.
Yo, he saw what some of these other dudes out here. He watched that Ravens game, was like, yo, I'm finna eat. That's what Rio was on that type of time. He was like, yo, I just watched, what's your boy name from the Ravens that got busy?
Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, Keaton was eating, right? Hey, he said Keaton was out here. George Halani was out here getting busy in Seattle. Hey, Rio was ready on Friday, bro.
I want to see more of him, man, because I'm excited to watch this player play football. And before we get out of this Bengals game, we need to start having a Jordan McGee conversation.
I'm not ready for that conversation. I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready for this conversation, and he's not ready to get on a damn football field. And I don't think he's touching it anytime soon. I don't like the way how somber Quinn sounds when he's talking about Jordan McGee. So they had 7 linebackers try out for this team this week. We should be concerned about that.
Initially, I was until they cut Dom Hampton. Then I was like, okay, I feel better about this because
we're about to see more Duke Riley than Jordan McGee this year, and it's about to piss me off.
Yeah, so bad. Rapper, they felt the need to go out. And
hey,
and he was finding Young Money. He was finding Young Money too, man.
Hey, Ed is not gonna let that go, bro. Ed is not gonna let that go, man.
One of the worst rappers I've ever heard, but yeah, we'll see. He had a good practice, like you said, Rio. He had a good practice.
He did. You know, he flashed more than Dom Hampton in 2 years in one scrimmage.
Shout out to Dom Hampton, man.
Shout out to Dom. Hey, Dom, pull up to the Commanders Kings live on August 24th, man. You got time now.
You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that.
Right. Got a spot.
And the reason I'm not really surprised by this Duke Riley signing is because after Wagner and Louvu, all we had was a bunch of ceiling in the linebacker room, but never really any floor. Like Kane Madrano, talent, 6th round rookie, still working things out, showed potential in that preseason game, but that's ceiling right there. Jordan McGee, all of the talent in the world, but with the injury concerns, that's ceiling. You know, and so they just decided, man, let's bring in some floor. Not only some floor, but a guy that can play on Sundays and also contribute to special teams, because we have a couple of like Jordan McGee, you don't want him playing on special teams. And right now, Kane Madrano, and before we released Dominique Hampton, you didn't necessarily want them playing on Sundays as a linebacker, or even Nick Ballore, great special teams guy. You don't want him playing linebacker for you. So they brought in a guy that I think they probably had Duke Riley on their radar for a while, and was like, we're going to give these young guys a chance to see what they can do up to the point of the first preseason game. And then now it's like, all right, we didn't see enough from those guys. Again, McGee hurt, other guys not ready. We just got to bring in somebody that can play some football for us right now.
And Dan Quinn drafted Duke Riley with the Falcons. I think Duke Riley was like a 3rd round pick with LSU. They also did work out 4 corners today, so none of the corners are going to make the roster. Like Duke Riley has a small chance to make the roster. But they brought on 4 corners. I don't know if y'all probably heard about that. They brought on like Daryl Worley and a couple other guys because, you know, Bobby Price with the concussion, Kayvon Seymour is done for the year, right?
Yep. Job fair at the park.
Yeah. So, whole job fair. Brought in 20 people the other day. So
they got to field the team against the Ravens. Like, ain't none of the dudes that, you know, are going to be on this roster playing in that game pretty much. You need bodies out there.
John Jones, my fault too. John Jones is a little banged up too. Practice.
Yeah, so they need bodies. So that's why they brought in so many linebackers. That's why they brought in so many corners, because you know, once we get past this game right here, Bobby ain't playing, Frankie ain't playing, Nick Ballore ain't playing. Like, somebody got to play special teams. Somebody got to run down and make tackles. Somebody got to be out there. Nick Ballore might play. I shouldn't say he ain't gonna play, but I wouldn't be shocked if they put him in bubble wrap. But ultimately, they're looking to, you know, be able to run the rest of their camp, and they need bodies right now because dudes. I'm not gonna be shocked if they don't bring in another offensive lineman, because Lucas Niang went down with a torn ACL, and they haven't really replaced that extra body.
Hey, shout out to Lucas Niang too, because didn't nobody really talk about that shit? Didn't nobody really give that any play, man? Speedy recovery to Lucas Niang, man.
Yeah, it was easy because he just got here, and so before you could even get comfortable, he was gone. So it's like, can't miss what you ain't never really have type of deal. But yeah, that was not the quietest ACL tear you've ever heard?
Yeah, they dropped it in casually at the end, like, oh, by the way, Lucas Niang tore his ACL tonight.
Yeah, and I think 2 beat reporters said something about it and kept it pushing. Bro.
Yeah, there was no follow-up to it.
He has so much talent, man. He used to start for the Chiefs offensive line at a certain point. It's only been injury, so I was really sad about that one, just for him. Not necessarily like our team, but like for him, man. I was pretty sad about that.
You can tell Rico had a little athletic freak affinity for him.
Hey, he thought there was a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. So with that said, all right, let's jump to the comment section. See what everybody's talking about, man. That Bengals game is going to be really exciting stuff. I mean, I know Rio said that he didn't want to see the starters, and I had told him last week you was getting the starters regardless. And Rico said that due to the poor performance of the offense, you're more inclined to get them. They were getting out there anyway. They were going to play just based off, to me, the fact that there was no joint practice. If there were a joint practice this week, there would have been a chance that they wouldn't have played again. But the big gap between the first preseason game, the second one, and then no joint practices to fill that gap, I think it's a done deal. They're getting out there. They're going to play. And we just want them, like you said, Rio, we're going to be on national TV. Ain't no hiding on this one. So ain't no hiding behind the crutch of, oh, we ain't got our starters out there. You go out there, you get your ass whooped. It looks bad. And, again, it won't mean anything. As long as we come out healthy, as you said, that's what's most important. But it ain't going to stop the clowns from coming and starting the clown show. So you really just want to avoid all of that by having everybody look sharp and getting the job done. So, David, thank you for starting us off tonight. Really appreciate you. Our guy, David, writes $50 to show y'all hairlines. Let's go, fellas.
Hey, we doing hairline checks at the live show, man.
Hey,
pull up.
Hey, stop playing with me, man. Not hairline checks.
Hairline reveals. Hey, hairline check. Y'all got to participate in the crowd, too. We can't be the only ones taking L's at our show.
Hey, it's a lot of y'all, too, that be pulling up with hats on, too. Y'all know what it is, man. Like, if y'all going to have us go through it, y'all got to go through it. So
yeah, man, no hat fishing.
Yeah, straight up.
Hairline check at the Commanders Kings live.
Hey, we checking those at the door, bro. Take your shit off. Just go ahead and see what you.
Hey,
go ahead, man. Y'all stupid as hell, man. I can't with y'all.
Y'all doing live in-person super chats for the hairline reveal.
Corey Smith.
The hat.
What you said?
We'll be wearing a do-rag under the hat.
As long as you don't got the cape out, we good, bro. Let me rock a hat with the cape extendo in 2025.
Man, New Yorkers, man. New Yorkers.
Hey, it be some nasty work out here in these streets, bro. You got
that shit comes with a fake throwback jersey, man. A hat with the cape out combo comes with a badly like a DH Gate throwback jersey with it, bro.
You might as well go ahead and put the Band-Aid on the face with it.
If you doing that kind of work, that's wild, bro. I've seen somebody just shit flapping in the wind the other day. I was like, man, what in the hell is wrong with you, bro? Like, come on, man. Like,
hey, you stay away from them folks, bro. That's Black Air Force energy, right?
Hey, people that walk around like that and people that drive Suburbans, bro. The most dangerous mofos out here in these streets, bro. They don't give up. All right? Straight up.
No problems, man.
At all, bro. Corin Smith, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the Dubski. Corin writes, what's up, Canes? What's up, Corin? For those who don't know what adversity is, try being a sophomore in high school and the only Washington fan from the Bronx that watches the Raiders kill it in the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
Super Bowl, what number is that? 20, that's 10, 15, 18. Super Bowl 18. God damn.
I wasn't alive yet for that one.
He said, I earned my scars that day. Now I wear them proudly. I fear no man. Yeah, that's tough. You know, that was tough growing up on the block. You was probably surrounded by a bunch of Giants fans and whatnot. And the Giants were good back then too. So
that's when you got hit him. You got hit him with that weak ass. But we in the Super Bowl though. Where you at?
Yeah. Because we got our ass whooped in that Super Bowl by the crazy. Went nuts in that game. Yeah. So hey, we about to bring a wise man once said, I don't know where they at, but I'm just trying to bring the good times back. We finna bring the good times back, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what it is. Mr. Pink, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mr. Pink, thank you for the dime.
Hey.
Right. Looking forward to chopping it up with y'all. Prayers for a safe travel to everyone. Quick question. Will any of you be at the week 3 preseason game? And is there an after party post Kings event? Hashtag HTTR. I don't know. Will any of y'all be at the 3rd preseason game?
I was supposed to be, but I'm not going anymore because I have plans with my children that morning. But I will be back on YouTube to live watch party in it though. But nah, I was gonna go because Saturday afternoon it sounded perfectly, but plans have arisen. So no, I'm not there. Ed, you there?
No, I don't think I'll be there.
You ain't trying to watch Josh Johnson and Sam Hartman duke it out for that emergency quarterback role.
And Cooper Rush is the backup
for the Ravens. Yeah, absolutely.
Big C-Rod show that day. Big C-Rod show. I'm guessing Rico's not coming up from the A for that one.
Nah, I'll be in town already.
Yeah,
but nah, I'm not going to that.
You sure you ain't want to make it a weekend?
He said, I'm gonna be in town, but I ain't going to that.
Are you sure you ain't want to make it a weekend thing, bro? You could have just hit the Ravens game, boom, hit the Commanders King event, man. You could have made it a whole weekend, bro.
As far as after party is concerned, those type of things are better discussed in person. Pull up and we could talk about it there.
Absolutely. I will be giving away some tickets to that preseason game, though. Got 4 tickets to give away. We'll talk about that a little bit later on down the road, though.
And I'm gonna give some stuff away at the party, so make sure y'all pull up, man. I got a couple jerseys. We're gonna give some stuff. We're gonna have us a time on August 24th.
And shout out to Mr. Pink. He's coming all the way from Arizona to check the Canes, bro. So shout out to Mr. Pink for getting on the plane, coming back home. Gonna make a weekend out of it, go to the game, come see the Canes. But we were the main event. He was like, no, I'm coming out here to, I'm gonna go to the game, but y'all the main event, man. So shout out to Mr. Pink for getting on the plane and coming all the way from the other end of the US to come see the Canes, man. We really appreciate you, bro. Straight up. Fox Hayes, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, Canes, can my son Alex get a birthday shout out? He loves y'all. Thanks, and see y'all at the live event later this month. Man, happy birthday to little Fox Hayes out there, man. Shout out
Alex. Shout out Alex, man.
From us to you, happy born day, Alex, man. Hope your day, if it was today, hope your day was outstanding. If it's tomorrow, man, may tomorrow be a blessed day and you turn up for your born day, man. Really appreciate you supporting the Kings.
Hey, man.
And many, many more to come, Alex.
Happy birthday and shout out to Alex. And when we say shout out, it's a real one. It's not like the ones we be giving to everybody, man.
Nah.
Hey, enjoy.
Man, really appreciate y'all, man. Big ups. Fox Hayes. Oh, that was Fox. Greg.
I'm about to say, don't return Louie. Louie was about to come out real quick. Louie Tee was about to pull up.
I'm good right now, bro. I'm good.
Tell us about Ed's highlight tape.
Hey, I'm pulling up. Don't make me pull it up. I got it right here, ready.
And he sent us some edits ready to go from the chat, man. We can pull that up at any time.
Yo, bro, I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded over here, man. Don't make me.
Ed got some side-by-side comps ready to go.
Hey, get you the shoulder shimmy real quick, boy. Greg.
All 20 breakdown. I need that.
Yeah, sometimes.
With the junior Nerf football.
No, that was
Greg.
It was a real football.
Ed going to his grave with that. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, JCJ, Bill, Amos, Newton, Revo, Noah I, and Brooks did good. Ben, Lane, LMC, hard to evaluate due to quarterback play. Some others good, but the rest were thumbs down. Yeah, it was rough. There weren't a lot of positives to take away from the game. Some guys individually did stand out. And like you said, some guys were hard to evaluate just off of sheer lack of opportunities. But ultimately, that game is behind us now. It's a teaching tool, right? Like DQ said, we not running from that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna evaluate that. We're gonna point out the things that we did right. We're gonna point out all the shit we did wrong. We're gonna fix it, correct it, and we're gonna be better. So that's what you love to hear. You know what I mean? I didn't want him to go with the we gonna burn that. We ain't even watching that. No, we need to see all of that, including what was it? Colson Yankoff getting held on the opening kickoff. Yeah. Like that was a straight up hole right there. But the hole was huge regardless, right? Like, damn, what the hell are we doing? Hey, shout out to Jalen Lane too. He made a tackle on special teams.
Yeah, he did. He did make him a tackle.
Hell yeah! So I was like, wait a minute, you doing that too? That's what's up.
Just don't wear Antonio Gibson's cleats next game because I wanted to see him make something happen on one of them punt returns.
Facts. How about we block somebody? Damn, he caught that shit, and it was 2 dudes in his face. He had to make one. I was shocked. I was excited. He made the first dude miss. I thought he was about to get active because that's what the Ravens do. Wester did.
Yeah,
Dante Wester making dudes miss and running backwards, and then
they almost ran back another one too. Like they was all over them.
Another one. They was out there getting busy, man.
And my lasting impression to my lasting sentiment to the fans about our depth is, while there are depth concerns on this team, depth is never going to be what puts us in title contention in year 2 of this thing here. We cannot have a Philadelphia Eagles roster in year 2. The core of this team did not play last week, and that's why we cannot have too hard of a stance on it. So let that go. We ain't even seen the real team yet.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to explain to people. If we talking about dudes 30 through 53 on the roster, we cooked anyway. You know what I mean? Like, we need our starters out there.
Yeah, I'd be real concerned if we lost 30 players this year.
Yeah, no, we were cooked at that point, but we're good. We're fine. We'll be all right. Shop with Charles. Thank you for the super chat.
Guy.
Greatly appreciate you. Shop with Charles, right? Smash that like button for the Canes, man. Y'all heard the man. Over 850 of y'all out there. We appreciate each and every single one of y'all holding us down and continuing to kick it with the Canes. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button. Don't cost you a thing.
Shout out to my guy Charles, man. Just made his way back to living in the DMV again. So he's back, season ticket holder. That's who I was going to the Ravens game with my son, but I can't go this weekend. But I'll be going to the Raiders game week 3 with y'all, my boy. So lock in with my boy Charles, man. Shout out to him and his
shout out to Charles, man. Shout out to Charles, man. And y'all hit that subscribe button, man. We getting so close to 6,000 subscribers, man. Y'all get us over the hump. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, which y'all waiting on, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We cooking over here, man. We can't do it without y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Charles. GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. GT writes, hey, Kings. What's up, GT7? Blessings to y'all likewise. JCJ's run blocking was solid, and T. Martin might be the new OZ. 4 running backs on the 53, B-Rob, Eckler, Bill, and McNick.
Yep.
That's where I'm at right now.
Nichols does too much well, man.
Yeah, facts. I thought he ran well in the preseason game. We know they love him on special teams. He does everything well. Nothing great. He does everything well. You know, and
outside of the fumble Ruski in the NFC Championship, he really didn't do anything. He didn't really have negative plays last year when he got on the field.
Facts. I think that's the thing that soured him on a lot of people was that fumble in the NFC Championship game, because it was a lasting image, right? It's the last thing you remember, but he was good all season for us. You know, he had the 4th down catch against the Falcons. Played really well in the Bengals game, had the big block on the Terry touchdown again when he just got in the game. Like, every time he was in the game, he did something positive to affect a winning outcome. So it feels like 4 running backs right now, over 6 receivers. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And Big Clay Tay, the new Oz. But no, he had to. I think I like how he put Tate Martin in there though. I like that.
Hey, Ed is starting the early recruitment process for the DC Defenders. He gonna get Tate Martin in a Defenders uniform.
But look, no, Tay may fool around and play in practice squad spot. He may fool around and do that. It's a possibility. Jacoby Jones is fighting for a practice squad spot too, but Tay won't be Oz because he's not going to make the roster. So that's the why he won't. He won't be. It doesn't even matter about being Oz or whoever, but he's not going to make the roster. But I do want to see what he does in the second half when the 3rd, 4th string, 5th string guys do get an opportunity to play against the Bengals. But the Ravens game will be huge for Tay and Jacory and Jacoby and all those other guys fighting for that practice squad. And I think Jacory Bush is going to make the roster, but that's going to be the game for Tate Martin, that Ravens game.
I'm proud of you. I thought you was gonna bring up Braylon Sanders too.
Dude, thank you.
No, don't do that. I was complimenting you. Don't mess it up.
The
Don't mess it
Braylon.
up. OGJ Command, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. OGJ writes, how much for Rico's dog is wide receiver 3 or 4? What you got on that? What you got on that, Rico?
Nah, man. I'm actually kind of liking like what I'm seeing from these guys that are fighting for that last roster spot. It's crazy because like the younger guys have been the more consistent ones. You would think the veteran guys would be more consistent. It'd be the younger guys that were flashing. But like in that preseason game, yeah, Chris Moore drops, KJ Osborne drops, Michael Gallup had a decent game overall, couple of drops. It was Tay Martin, and they caught, I think, every target. You had Ja'Cory Brooks to look good as well. So I'm surprised, man. This younger talent, I think, is going to end up being one of these younger guys that ends up getting that 6th spot if these veterans don't get it together, man.
Commander's question for you, Rico. Are you watching Any Given Saturday?
What is that?
On Netflix.
Nah, I haven't even heard of that.
That's the SEC documentary that they.
Oh, I'll pull up to that.
That's out.
They followed every team in the SEC during the 2024 season.
I'll say less.
And I
was
was like,
to do it, but okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a great season. I love the episode with Florida and DJ Lagway. I like that kid a lot.
He's tough. He's that's a really talented kid. He just got to stay healthy. That kid is crazy.
Man. Yo, they basically dedicated a whole episode to Florida because like everybody thought their coach was getting fired last year. Like they left him for dead, bro.
Yep.
And then they just got hot at the end of the season, started beating everybody, and saved his job. Lagway, obviously had to take over because your boy, I still don't know how the hell he got drafted. I mean, your boy that they got from Wisconsin, what's his damn name that the Texans drafted? Jesus, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he got hurt at the beginning of the season, and Lagway, that's how he got in there. It's some good stuff, bro. I thought you was all over it because I know you an SEC guy, but
I ain't even hear about it.
Any Given Saturday on Netflix, bro. Is
for sure watching that.
Must see TV. All right.
We should have done it 2 years ago, but yeah, I'm still gonna watch it.
Optimal Focus. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, Kanks. What's up, Optimal Focus? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you. Really appreciate you and everybody else out there supporting the Kings. I am at the point where I don't even follow sports channels on TV or social media because of you goats. Hey. Don't ever stop being great. Tell me y'all will be at the Christmas game. Will anybody be at the Christmas game?
I will not.
That's a family affair for me. Always spending time with the family during
Christmas / my baby girl's birthday is Christmas Day. So
wow.
I will be splitting up Christmas, and I will be at the crib with my kiddos next to me live streaming that one. So I'm not gonna be at the stadium for that one, man.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make that a family affair. Have my son Louie Tee Jr. with me. He seems to be a good luck charm for these things when I decide to do them at the house. So I think I'm gonna just have him. That's a what? That's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, that's like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on Christmas, man.
You gotta open up.
Maybe I can squeeze in a live stream in between breakfast and dinner, but I don't know. Christmas is so family to me. I don't even know.
Facts.
I'm actually. The only way I would go to a Christmas game is in the future when we open up the new stadium because I don't like old games like that. But regardless, it is a family day. So
y'all already know
them cold games, Ed. I'm right with you, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all already know I ain't going nowhere.
Lou ain't popping out to nothing.
Wait till 2030 though. Your boy's gonna be in the building.
Oh yeah, we in there. We in there when that dome get built.
Everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
It's gonna be like a red carpet Met Gala affair when that dome open up in DC, man.
I'm stepping out.
Get your loans and get your money ready, man.
I'm stepping out in my finest attire, right? My JC Penney's best, top of the line, buddy. I'm stepping out in all of that.
We out there
for sure. Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Swaggy P writes 3 guarantees: death, taxes, and Rio hating on kickers.
That's a fact, man. Kickers are not real people, man.
He had to get in. He had to get in that hate.
John Parker Romo. That's
Hey,
not
look,
a real person, bro.
That's the serial killer. You better watch your mouth, man. This might be Rio last stream with us messing around with John Parker Romo. You better chill, bro.
Hey, at least if he get me out of here, that's something I expect him to be doing because he's not a real football player.
Hey, Ben Nickel gonna team up with John Parker Romo and find out where your address is. It's about to be on, bro.
Ben Nickel. Tell Ben Nickel to me in a foot race.
Hey, Ben Nickel's a 4-4 guy.
Hey man, that's cap. That's a COVID 40 right there, man.
Hey, he got a Jamin Davis 40.
DEI 40-yard dashes don't count, man.
Hey, shout out to Luke McCaffrey, man. They gonna tell him to chill on your 42, man. Cruising 26. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Cruising writes, Big Blue, I'm in the house. Can't wait till week 1. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest, man. I watched that Giants Bills game, man. That front getting active, bro.
Oh, Abdul Carter's a freak.
We got another one in the division.
Yeah, please Tunzel him. Just Tunzel him the whole afternoon.
They gonna move his ass around. They ain't gonna let Tunzel bottle him up. They probably gonna they're gonna send him over there against the Rook. They're gonna try to move him around. He's a problem.
Didn't he get a snap at defensive tackle at one time?
That man got a pressure. He got a pressure on every pass rush snap.
Bro, he's insane, bro. We got another one of them shits in the division. Yeah, I just know the dude the Eagles drafted that they were trying to trade up. I just hope he just basic and regular as hell. Cause I'm already jealous that
Jihad a demon.
I'm already jealous that everybody in the division got one except us.
Yep.
He better not be one.
The equalizer is that none of them got a Jaden.
That's right. That's how I sleep comfortably at night, right there. Just knowing we got one of them ones at the most important position. But boy, I would love to have a demon on the other side too.
Yeah, they do got some sick edge rushers, man. I hate that.
The Giants is loaded, bro.
Even Donovan E has been playing well for the Cowboys too.
Oh man, don't get me started.
That's salt in the wound right there.
Connolly did an awesome job in college, so hopefully that translates to the matchup against Abdul Carter. He held him to like 0 sacks, 0 pressures, or something like that. So
yeah. So
I feel pretty confident with Connolly week 1 too.
That was on the left side though.
Yeah.
We gonna see. OGJ Command, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Yeah. OGJ Command says, Kangs. Feels like the longest fan summer since 2013. So ready. I feel like we could have a top 10 defense. DQ and Joe Witt inherited some trash in year 1. Y'all with me?
I'm with you. And I think fans need to relax on Joe Witt Jr., bro. We ain't even got to see him yet with these new pieces that we got on this field. We don't have a garbage can cornerback room. We're going to get after the quarterback, and this is year 2 of the program. Stop telling us to fire Joe Witt Jr. in the comments in the chats. Yo.
Oh man, you've been getting some of that heat. I ain't got none of that for real.
It's carried over from last year, and guys were saying it during a preseason game in which none of our players played.
Oh man, I missed all of that. I'm glad I missed it too. I don't need that energy because I'm not even. I think Joe Witt, he did a really good job.
No one's job should be in question, bro. We went to the NFC Championship and got better personnel this year.
I don't understand it. That's crazy.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, we had Ben Juice as a starter, and Michael Davis had significant snaps in a Sunday Night Football game against the Falcons, a must-win game to get into the playoffs. So, but I think top 15. I think top 15 is more realistic than top 10, especially with the quarterbacks we're going up against too. It's going to be a tall task, but I think top 15, and then the run defense is the biggest question mark. That's really, really what I want to see.
Cruising 26. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for diming it up.
Yeah.
Who writes, here's the $10 super chat because I feel sorry for what my defense is going to do to Jaden Daniels. It might be the other way around. And we feel sorry for what he's going to do to your defense. But
for when Terry comes back.
But I love your enthusiasm. I like seeing Giants fans reinvigorated because boy, y'all were down bad.
Boy, they watched Jackson Dart get 90 yards a yak, and they talking JD6. We got us one of them ones too. God bless your hearts.
Yes, that is beautiful. I just like seeing them happy again, man. Now I know how Eagles fans was looking at us last year when we was excited. I'm happy to see the Giants fans alive again, boy. They was down bad, man. I mean, bad last year.
Them Daniel Dimes days.
And that'll do it to you. We've been there.
We've been worse. We've been worse, man. I promise you.
New how order.
Hey, we've been there. Okay.
Still having that shit queued up as a drop is hilarious, bro.
We've been there. Trust me. Cruiser 26, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Right. Why does a Giants fan have the most super chats on the Commanders video? Losers. Just kidding.
Oh, we talking spicy.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, we appreciate you, bro. Just make sure that you come back here
week 2.
Yeah. Make sure you report back to our office after that week 1 contest.
Don't duck the smoke.
Don't duck the smoke, bro. Run up the chimney. All right, you know where to find us.
I already told Giants fans, bro. They beat us week 1. I'll buy a Jackson Dart shirt and I'll wear that shit on stream. I'll wear it on the Commanders Kings week 2 stream if they beat us.
Look, I
ain't even talking about ordering one. I go buy one. I go find one at the mall somewhere in the DMV.
You ain't even got to do that. Just have a Giants fan. They'll send you one, right? Just tell them, hey, send me one. I'm going to rock the joint. You'll get a couple of them, but
it ain't happening.
That's why I said, don't worry about that. You ain't even got to worry about that.
I know so many more Giants fans than Cowboys fans. We better not.
Oh, yeah. Man, look, man. And the Giants, you already know they think they own us, right?
You know they on screen talk about JD Sace. Hey, but the Giants, people, Rio, you need to chill. Like the Giants be beating us, bro. That was life before Jaden Dan. I don't want to talk about that.
Hey, look, man. Them Giants fans still think they think they got mind control over us, like they Debo or some shit. Like when Jaden Daniels ain't here, we be talking again. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's a wrap, bro. We got us one of them ones. Y'all are dead, bro. Like how Eli used to do us. We could never beat Eli's stinking ass. That's how we finna do y'all. But we actually got one of them ones.
You saw the coaches poll on The Athletic held by Mike Sando with a bunch of coaches, former GMs, current GMs, offensive coordinator. They got Jaden as the 6th best quarterback in the NFL and the best in the NFC East by a mile. So they've already spoken in 2 separate polls.
Yeah,
guess what?
Steve Young was raving over Jaden the other day too.
He called him the ultimate prototype at the quarterback position. Steve Young.
Yeah.
Bro.
These are the days where we're losing to Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor and Giants teams like that. It's not happening again.
No more of
that. Guess what? We got one of them ones.
We really do. We really do, bro.
I pray for times like this.
Jaden got 13 more tier 1 votes in that poll than everyone else in the NFC East. And that included a guy who won the Super Bowl last year.
We might be able to combine their joints and they might barely clear Jaden, if not still fall short, bro.
Yeah, I think he should be ahead of Matt Stafford, but that's a conversation for another day. You know,
it's all good. Stafford won a Super Bowl. Well, we'll chill on that. We know he's a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback.
Jaden was better.
As a Georgia dog, man. Jaden Stafford, man. I love Stafford. Come on.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford is currently getting epidurals like he's giving labor just to get out there on the football field. If you don't get him the hell out the top 5 and put my quarterback where he belongs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what did it. They went to Philly and was literally a Kyron Williams fumble away from winning that game.
Yeah, this is true.
We went to Philly and got smoked 55-23, and I think that's, again, it's a lasting image thing.
And right? Because we know he's a gold jacket guy and all that. But I mean, come on now. Jaden missed time and still had more touchdowns than him. And don't even count all the rushing stuff. Like Jaden's better than that stuff. Yeah. Bro, I'm sorry. Right now.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
David Brown, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for the dubski. Who writes this? He said the offense is not at full strength. No Coleman, no Cosme, no Noah Brown or Terry. We will be fine. Assuming that everybody comes back healthy and plays at the level that they're capable of, I agree. But guess what? I've seen Jaden Daniels do more with less. So we'll be fine.
Very.
Regardless.
Offense is not even a little bit of a concern.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not worried at all. Preston Wesley, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime, Preston.
Yeah, appreciate you, my guy.
Really appreciate you, Preston. Let me see if I can. Oh no, we're too far gone. I was about to say, let me see if I can find your comment that was attached to that. No way. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jay writes, that Giants D-line getting hyped. They smoked the Jets O-line today. Abdul Carter looks like he's about to be a problem. Hope we are ready to shut them down week 1. I mean, we talked about it, bro. Like, he's legit, bro. Like, they did what they did the other day, and Dexter Lawrence wasn't even out there. He was a one-man band. One band, one sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they gonna be a problem. And I would say this: the defenses that Jaden struggled against look like that Giants defense. The ones that he had problems with last year, the Dallas defense, the Eagles defense, the ones that he struggled with last season, they were the ones that were active up front, that could apply pressure, make him uncomfortable, force him out of the pocket. I'm going to be honest. We better have a good game plan against the Giants. I think basically that they're up. Like, I watched Russell Wilson, nickel and dime king, dink and dunk master, right?
That moon ball too.
Mm-hmm.
If it's either a check down or a deep ball.
Yep.
So if we can find a way to eliminate because that's what he did when he was with Pittsburgh. That's how we lost to them, right? Think about all the touchdowns they scored in that game. Think about how we got in that game. He threw the crazy ball that your boy in Dallas adjusted to, made a sick catch where he had to pivot, turn his body, super body control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pickens made that catch, right? And then the Mike Williams joint at the end. That was their offensive touchdowns basically in the game. Like, you got to defend the short passes and the deep ball. You do that, you're going to shut them down offensively. So, yeah, that D-line is getting busy. They're active, but I like what we got going on over here.
Yeah, this is what I want to say about the Giants too. Like, Cliff, both games, Cliff kind of did whatever he felt like doing against that defense. Thibodeau was silent.
Brian Burns. Yeah.
Yeah, Burns was silent. Dexter Lawrence, we had him under control in both games. So Abdul Carter, of course, is the X factor. He's the chess piece. So we got to see how we do against him. But yeah, we kept Thibodeau in check, man. As long as Charles Leno isn't out there, I think we'll be fine. But yeah, we clearly have them in because we were able to run the ball against them too. Like, I want to see how their rush defense is because they had a poor rush defense last year too. Like, both games, Eckler had a good game. C-Rod had a good game in the second game. Like, we were on cruise control that whole game. Like, they started to come back a little bit, but we controlled them. We controlled the clock and everything. Like, Cliff did a really good job against them in both games. Noah Brown had 2 good games against them too, and then Terry dominated Deontay Banks. So, I'm really not concerned. Like, I know everybody's bigging up their deal, which is warranted, but I feel like we're going to be all right against them. I think Jaden did a great job in both games against them. I'm really not concerned.
And I also do want to make sure I remind people that, like, Josh Connolly he took Abdul Carter out of a game, pass rush wise, at least, when they just played a couple of months ago. It's not like it was like earlier in the season. Maybe Abdul Carter hasn't gotten his pass rush bag yet. He's just now assimilating to like being a full-time edge rusher rather than an off-ball line. But none of this was like the Big 12 champion, Big 10 championship or something like that. Or somewhere late in the season, it was Oregon versus Penn State. And Josh Connolly completely took him out of the game. Like, not even a pressure. Forget a QB hit or a sack. Not even a QB pressure. And if anything, Josh Connolly's only been getting better. I mean, I'm pretty sure Abdul Carter's improving as well. But, I mean, he's having to go against the speed of Von Miller every day in practice. He had the quickest ball get off last year. No, we're not talking about his prime. We're talking about last year, 2024. Von Miller quickest ball get off in the entire NFL. And then he's going against strong Dietrich Wise, who can set the edge. He can bull rush very well. So he's going against an array of, like, no matter what you throw at him, Josh Connolly, at the very least, I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and dominate that game as well, week 1 against the Giants, but he's seen it all.
Any secondary featuring Deontay Stanks, I feel really good about our chances to dominate, man.
And Cliff Kingsbury does a good job too of, like, if a team is pass rushing us against us, well, we're gonna hit them with screens. And now you have Deebo Samuel, even have Josh Connolly that he even showed you in that preseason game. He can get to that second level and block some
screens
linebackers.
very back.
Yeah. We're gonna mitigate some of that pass rush with a little bit of screens, a little bit of misdirection. Get those guys thinking a little bit before they pass rush.
Absolutely, slow them down. If you can't stop them just by blocking them, slow them down and make them think a little bit.
Bingo.
Commanders Kings live.
Yeah.
August 24th from Arlington, Virginia, Crystal City Sports Pub, not Crystal City Gentlemen's Club or
restaurant.
Make sure you put in Crystal City Sports
Pub.
Okay. You'll be at the wrong establishment. Don't go in there looking for the Canes because we ain't gonna be there if you go to Crystal City Restaurant. All right,
we're not gonna be there. Neither is gonna be no titties, so might as well come to the party, man.
We're gonna be holding it down in Arlington, Virginia, Crystal City Sports Pub on August 24th, the day after the final preseason game, for the first time in Commanders Kings history. The four of us will be live together, and as I've said this numerous times, I've never met any of these dudes in person. So it's going to be great to meet these dudes, turn up with them in person. If you love the show here live the way we do it, it's going to be 10 times better when we're there in person. You don't want to miss this.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a time. We want you in the building. Link is in the description of this video. Mods, if you're out there, drop the link in the comment section so those that want to purchase tickets can do so. Shout out to my guy Twan over at the Hilltop RVA for in conjunction with the Hilltop RVA for setting this thing up, man. He's been at the forefront of this thing, helping us get everything orchestrated, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, man. So shout out to the Hilltop RVA.
Good vibes only. We make this a good event. We make this a fire event, and we can do stuff like this more often, man. So
absolutely.
Pull up and take in the inaugural Commanders Kings live with the fellas, man.
You don't want to miss it, man. It's gonna be a time. All right. Our guy, Duncan Wright.
Hey,
fresh out of AA, man. We so proud of you, bro.
Hey,
the last couple times, clean. Like this is a good comment from him again. I'm so proud of him. Duncan Wright, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Jaden didn't have a bad day. He was exposed, brother.
Bless your heart, Eagles fan. Yes, Duncan.
Yes. Chris Hunter, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chris writes, not gonna lie, y'all got to do starters intros or ring walks for the event.
It's funny you say that.
hey, Chris must have been sitting in the meetings or something, man. Shout out to Chris Hunter, man. You know something. David Brown. Hey, what was that again? David Brown, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, send the Texans a 6th rounder for Mechie. I don't even know how I feel about John Mechie anymore. I used to be like, yo, Mechie about to be sick with it. He show flashes every now and again. Like, I don't know if the Texans are ready to give up on him, but if you offering something, they listening. I think they listening. But yeah, I'm good on John Mechie. Anybody interested in John Mechie for a 6?
John Mechie, but I don't think we need to touch the room right now. We can wait till players get cut and have those conversations.
Facts.
And they may hold on to him because the Tank Dell be out, so that's a possibility. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna stick with what we got.
And at this point, I'm not interested in giving up no more 2026 draft picks, bro. I'm tapped out. We ain't got no more to give away, bro. I need all my picks.
Yeah, we don't got a 2 and a 4, so yeah.
I need all my picks, bro. I don't got no more to give. Straight up. tapped out, bro. We trying to get some more picks. That's why B-Rob might get moved. Ain't that right, Ed? David Brown. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, if our offense don't score on Monday, you know them birds gonna be talking cash sheet.
That's why, the world watching. All the jackasses are gonna be tuned in. It's ESPN. It's Monday night. Remember how live that Sam Howell versus the Ravens preseason?
Oh my God,
that was the handshake debacle.
Remember Joey Sly going over and giving him the big L?
He made the L up. That joke was crazy. That shit was popping.
Yo, we was too amped.
We broke the streak that day,
bro. We fancy ourselves as streak breakers, and so we were too live for that, bro. You could call us Luke that night because we was the 2 Live crew, bro.
I was a little embarrassed. I ain't gonna lie, for us being that excited.
No, we was way too excited.
They had me do the Bleacher Report post game show for that, and I was way too amped up. Y'all saw Sam Howell. He the future.
Yo, I think back to that night, and Rico, I'm embarrassed too, bro. I was a dirty night, bro.
We were all disgusting.
I needed 2 showers after that one, bro. That was nasty work that night.
One thing, Ravens fans were terrible, and also the whole joint practice, like Mark Andrews had the dirty hit on somebody.
He straight belly to belly somebody ass. Yeah, I forgot who it was, but he scooped somebody in. I was like, I had a hit out on him for a minute. I had to chill out. I was like, yo, you doing too much right now, because I was pissed about that. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, so it was the whole animosity. Ravens fans, they were upset about the streak being broken too. Like, they was real salty over it too.
Of course they were. I mean, they took some pride in it. Everybody be trying to downplay winning in the preseason, especially like the streak they had was insane.
Didn't they try to ice Joey Sly on the kick too, or something like that? Like, I think they called a timeout. Like, it was really.
That was one of the more competitive and compelling preseason games I've ever watched. They was on one, bro. Because the starters wasn't half.
That wasn't one of the most. That was the most compelling preseason game I've ever watched, bro. I've never gave a shit about a preseason outcome, bro, ever. That was one where I wanted that shit, bro. I wanted that one bad, bro.
Who was the terrible Carolina Panthers lineman? I think it was like Andrew Norwell. He got in a fight.
Yeah.
It was wrecking. Sam Cosby was dancing on dude.
Yeah, dancing in the end zone. Like
we had a group celebration after a Diami touchdown. That joke was lit, bro. I was throwing up signs at the camera.
Yo, that was nasty, bro. Now you recollecting all that was so nasty. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
We had way too much going on, man.
Yo, that was disgusting on so many levels, man. Yikes.
When you live in that level of poverty, man, you celebrate everything, bro. Yeah, my man failed 3 times, but he graduated, man. Let's go.
Yo, that just talking about it, bro, is crazy in itself. Like, you just think about all the shit that we've been through as fans and the shit we used to celebrate. Dudes we hyped up around these parts.
It was
man.
Danny Johnson that Mark Andrews suplex, bro.
Danny Johnson.
Not Danny Johnson.
Yo, not Danny, bro. You picked the smallest dude in the secondary to
scoop legend,
up.
Bro.
Yo, I was thinking back the other day. I was like, I ain't heard this much hype for a 7th round pick since the People's Champ. Remember Jimmy Moreland?
Oh yeah. Oh man. I remember
the hype around Jimmy Moreland was crazy, bro.
I'll never forgive our fan base for the way they reacted when we cut him, bro. That was another embarrassing day. That was an embarrassing day to be a fan, bro.
Yo, you would have thought we just cut Chris Cooley or something
we cut Deion Sanders in his prime. Like, bro, they were wow. We're gonna rue the day. We're gonna regret this decision that is a starting productive player.
Yo, boy, we were down bad, boy. We were down bad.
Kelvin Harmon got cut, so you already know when Jimmy.
Oh my God,
Kelvin Harmon. It was a lot of Kelvin Harmon stands out there, boy.
That boy payroll must run deep because they used to glaze that man Kelvin Harmon, bro. That boy was a decent defender, man. Ed signed it.
Ed was ready too. Ed was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you back in the league. Don't you worry, bro. I got you. He was gonna get Kelvin back in the league.
Hey, Moreland,
he got back in with Dallas too, didn't he?
He just got cut.
Yeah.
He just got cut.
Shout out Kelvin Harmon though.
Shout out to Kel. Shout out to AGG, man. You down with AGG?
He's somewhere
You
doing a
down with
Rubik's
AGG?
Cube right now.
Y'all ain't down with AGG?
Hell no. remember the AGG tight end experiment camp?
Yeah, that was quick, boy. That shit was
bony
over.
ass out there tight end.
He's no Niles Paul. That's for damn sure, boy. That shit was over.
He was
quick.
way too skinny to try that, man. You already knew that was just one step away from being off the roster.
That
Man.
shit was so pitiful.
That was terrible, bro. That was disrespectful.
It
Just
feels
cuddle.
like your boy that's out there now. He like 220, bro. The one that caught the corner route that went
Cager.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cager
Lawrence
about
Cager,
220,
yeah, he's
bro.
way too skinny,
That
bro.
man looked like a
He was too
receiver.
skinny for wide receiver, man.
That shit was wild. He smoked that damn fourth string safety though. Cooked his ass because he thought he was checking a tight end for real. Nah, bro, you checking on damn big receiver. Is what you catch. You checking.
Cager was out there getting active.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Anyway, Jim D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. See how quick we get off on a tangent, man. Jim writes, good Lord, Kangs. So obsessed with this team. I've already decided the jersey I'll wear for each game based. Oh, man, this man setting out first day of school.
Hey, that jersey
Bro.
schedule was for him, bro. He got it laid out already. He got all of them laid out. He put them on hangers and packaged them in their own little suit bag.
Bro, that man said, Lord, help me. This man laid out a jersey for every week, hung them shits up like a cartoon character in the damn closet, bro. That's wild. Shout out to Jim D, man. Yo,
that's
Jim.
devotion. That's fandom right there.
Hey, Jim, we got a place that can get you some help for that stuff, man. That's wild, right? The man said he laid out a jersey for each game based on the schedule.
He probably got some nasty jerseys in that rotation too.
Hey, it's got to be. You ain't got.
There's no way that jersey rotation is perfectly flawless.
He got a Reed Dowdy in there. He got him a Simi Cobbs. Like.
I might have to reach into my Lavernius Cold depth at the bottom of my bin.
That man said he had a Simi Cobbs. Hey, stop.
I don't even think he got a game uniform, but he got one, man.
Hey, look, man. Shout out to anybody with a Simi Cobbs jersey, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I spot a Simi Cobbs, I'm gonna just drop a little something on you.
I don't even think the family got one of them toys.
Bro, what did he wear? Was it 18?
It was like 18. Yeah, it was like 18.
Man,
I hate that we can recall that too. Like, what's wrong with us?
Hey, weird. Look, we're some weirdos over here, bro. Because we be knowing way too much nutritional information, bro. This shit is ridiculous that we be on over here, bro.
Yeah, we're all
straight up
nasty work.
Without question. Where am I at right now? Here we go. Right here. David Brown, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Our guy, Dave. What can Brown do for you? He says, also keep in mind, Bill ain't been tackled in 18 months, so give him a few weeks to get toughened up. Yeah, I mean, that brother's tough, man. I don't think anybody questions his toughness. Like he's getting busy, man. Like that 9-yard run, that's the stuff legends are made of right there. Like he ain't have to do nothing else after that 9-yard run. I was done. I was like, I seen enough, bro. You can pack him up. Then the catch that he broke 16 tackles and got out of bounds.
I don't care that this don't count. My eyes saw it. I seen it.
No, I didn't seen that. You can't unsee that.
Yeah.
He's different, man.
Yeah, he looks as advertised for sure.
He's different. Marissa Mullinex, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Marissa writes, hi, Kings. Hey, Marissa.
Hey.
Tell Mark we said, what up? What up, Mark?
What up?
Says, hi, King. So how much would Commanders save trading B-Rob? And then put that towards the 29 mil. Would they consider that? I don't think they save much of anything.
B-Rob only making what, $3.5 million? Like, I don't think that's any cap savings if we were to move him. I don't think that would be a nothing burger type of movement.
Yeah. So I want to make sure we make this clear. We ain't hurting for cash right now. We ain't strapped for cash.
We're not broke.
So if they wanted to get it, I'm assuming you're talking about putting it to the 29 mil that you want to try to pay Terry. They got the money to pay Terry.
They have it.
They don't want to.
Yeah, they're being frugal.
Right. They want to. There's a price that they have set, and that's this is the thing that Adam Peters has shown us. he sets the price at a number and he sticks to it.
Yep.
He did it with Jeremy Chin. He looked at Jeremy Chin and said, bro, I'm not paying you a dime over $6 million. Raiders gave him 8 per year. He's like, hey, bet, do your thing, bro.
Dante Fowler Jr. too.
Dante
That's why
Fowler
he
Jr.
ran with his Twitter fingers over to the internet, and
Yep.
he did not get the payday that he thought he was going to
Nope,
get.
not
And
at
the
all.
Jeremy Chin thing is interesting because his agent is one Buddy Baker.
Buddy Baker.
Good old Buddy ain't been back to the premises since that trade request came through.
Hey, they Jamal Adams his ass. Hey, we gonna need that key card, bro.
Hey, get that Accord up out of here. Don't let it come back. Don't let it come back. Don't let him sneak in as a fan either. Like he's not coming back inside.
Yo,
we'll call him when we're ready to sign this contract, bro.
Yeah.
It's just us and Terry at this point.
Nah, they banished Buddy ass, boy. We ain't seen him since the trade request. Straight up. Jerry Bud, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime, Jerry, who says, double up, be having me weak. Love the show, Kings. We appreciate you, Jerry, man. Big shout out to you and everybody else out there supporting the Kings, man. We can't thank y'all enough. Big Will, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, my only regret is not drafting Travion Henderson, even though we couldn't, and he showed his ass out, pause, in the preseason game.
Sure did.
Yeah, a lot of Commanders fans they felt that one stung.
Yeah,
because that was their guy.
I was sitting there like, oh, don't let that be 3-2. Don't let that be 3-2. Oh, it was definitely 3-2.
Yeah.
He took the top off the stadium immediately.
Yeah, and they had another nice little run around the left edge. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he looked the part. He looked like the guy that Commanders fans fell in love with. Straight up. We knew he was capable, and he showed it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Big Will. Yeah, that was Tyler Owens who missed the tackle on Travion, and then just from the jump, that kickoff return, and he had an 18-yard run, and he had a nice catch, I think, too. Like, yeah, he's gonna be a dog, man. He's gonna be a dog. I love Josh Connolly, but yeah, he's gonna be a dog.
I think them early returns on Tyler Owens from the first 2 weeks of camp, them Jones have come back to earth a little bit, and then Jeremy Reeves is taking all that candy.
Yeah, but this was always the fear with Tyler Owens this dude is a height, weight, speed specimen, but can he actually get it done on the field?
Yeah.
Can he produce in that manner? And he might just be one of these dudes that look the part, but really just built for special teams. Like, and it's just year 2. Like, you don't want to overreact. The light bulb may come on next year. You know, you just never know with these dudes. But Revo looked like he ready. Like, this is the best I ever seen Revo before, ever.
Revo targets every person in front of him on a football field like they were the people who kept him up at night and didn't sign him early on in his career, bro, including his teammates, because he has reckless abandon on the field. He will send a teammate on the stretcher.
Bro,
he got the Bobby Boucher thing going on.
Revo hits anything that moves, bro. If you in the line of sight when he lock in, hey, sorry for you, bro. It was a toss.
He's a heat-seeking, trauma-dumping ass player on the field, bro. Like, he hits everything.
Bro, there was a toss on to the left. This man took out 3 people, including the dude with the ball. Like, 2 of them were his teammates. Like, he just don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, he does not care.
That's the kind of guy they love. That's why he getting on the field.
Yeah.
Real Telly.
What up,
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Our guy Telly writes, disappointed we're only wearing black once this year.
Same.
But at least it's against sorry ass Caleb again, though. They could have took a white jersey away for the throwbacks. Oh well. I felt like they could have done the blacks one more time as well. But you know, like Rio said, they rolling out them championship unis and they putting them on, you know, prime spots and prime real estate. And if you notice the symmetry of it, they're 4 weeks apart each of the times they wear it. So it's the 9th, week 9, week 13, week 17. So not that matters, but like they're showcasing those joints. And in big spot, I've told y'all, them shits on that 8K on Netflix on Christmas is going to be
Oh, that's going
crazy, bro.
yeah. That with Dallas and
Christmas.
Dallas wearing their dark uniform, it's gonna look real classic and 8K. Yeah, that junk's gonna look good.
That shit is going to be clean as a whistle, bro. Straight up. DMV Bay, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. DMV Bay writes, is Luke McCaffrey ready for a much bigger role, or is Ja'Cory Brooks ahead of him in the rotation?
No and no.
Yeah, I think that about does it right there. I don't have.
What they call those a double negative?
Yeah, double negative. I don't have anything to add there. You pretty much nailed it. No and no. Oh man, Brian McHugh, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Brian writes, thoughts on bringing in any of the free agents: Deontay Foreman, Amari Cooper, Cordero Patterson. Hell, interested in any of those three names?
Like 4 years ago, yeah, for Cordero, but not now. The Amari, yeah, we saw Dante Foreman. Nah, I'm gonna Dante Foreman. Like, I'd rather have the guys that we got, like C-Rod, Jerry McMillan, rather than having Dante Foreman. Dante Foreman had a couple of good seasons. He had some solid seasons as a guy coming in for guys who were hurt and stuff like that. And then for solid, but like we all said, we're gonna stick with the guys that we got right now. Once Terry comes back, the room will look a lot better.
Interest in any of those dudes?
Nope.
Me either.
No thanks.
No thanks. Mike Lowry, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mike writes, what do you guys think the game plan will be to stop the run? I think if you are the Commanders, the first thing that I want to do is I want to funnel everything back to the inside, because we got some big dudes inside.
Kinlaw and Penn up front, man.
We do not want to be running to the perimeter. We still not a fast defense.
Nope.
We still lack in that area. And so you got to have your corners set a physical edge and turn everything back inside. And you got to have your safeties fill that alley. And once again, you have to turn everything back to the inside. And if you can do that, that's where the pursuit's coming from. We're not a fast defense. We're not beating anybody to the corner. So you got to force them back to where the help is coming from, where the pursuit is coming from. And you hope like Dietrich Wise can blow some plays up before they even get to the corner, make guys have to stop their feet. I think we're going to be fine inside. You know, I think we're going to be able to stop a lot of teams' run game out of our base. I don't even think we're going to have to do anything exotic to stop the run. Like with the way we set up, the question is, can we stop those perimeter runs? I'm still nervous about that. I need to see evidence and proof that we can do that consistently. What about y'all?
I definitely agree. I feel like we did a lot in the off season to get the right bodies in here that can implement the strategy that we want to. Because you can just tell in a lot of different ways, even outside of just the defensive line. Last year, we just didn't have the talent for what either coordinator wanted to do. Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Wood Jr., you can just see signs of it. Like we tried early on in the season to play some man coverage, and they got whooped so bad we switched to a primarily zone cover team for the rest of the season. And so you can just tell, like defensive line wise, I think they want to go base. And they just want to man up. And then whatever other guys are roaming around, it is what it is. But like to stop the run specifically, they went and brought huge. I mean, Deron Payne's already big. Javon Kinlaw makes Deron Payne look small. Dietrich Wise is really big for an edge rusher. Like that was very deliberate. I mean, you bring in Von Miller to be a pass rusher, but they made sure they had dedicated edge setters that could actually stop the run. You know, on this defensive line and the inside, I don't see. I mean, even to bring in Eddie Goldman. I mean, if he doesn't retire, that's a true nose tackle there that we haven't had since we traded away John Ridgeway to the Saints. So I think we've done enough personnel wise to do it. And I think schematically, like Lou said, we're just going to be able to base defense at most 5 guys on the D line and be able to stop the run there. And then Bobby Wagner's going to do what he does. Yeah, come on now.
Any thoughts on how we gonna stop the run, guys?
Everything y'all just said, and tackle.
That's gonna be big for sure.
Tackle's a big thing. I mean, I hate to bring up the NFC Championship game, but you think about Dante Fowler getting washed and lost in the sauce on that first play, and then Jeremy terrible angle. It wasn't just him. A couple guys took terrible angles on that play, but that play is like a defining play of what not to do and what to change, set the edge and tackle. And like you guys said, funnel up the middle. Javon Kinlaw is should be a difference maker this year. And Deron Payne, Johnny Newton playing the way like he did against the Patriots. Those are the things that we need to happen.
Give me an unsung hero, like a guy you think is kind of going under the radar right now that can have a big season. It doesn't matter what side of the ball. I got one in my mind.
An unsung hero.
I'll give you mine while y'all thinking of what one for y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to take anybody's.
Dorrance Armstrong.
There it is. That's mine right there.
Yeah, we on the same page. That's our 10-sack player right there. I'm fully on that's our 10-sack guy on the roster.
Nobody's talking about this dude, and they're finally utilizing him the way he's supposed to, putting him inside and moving him around, and not just asking him to win on the outside, but using his quickness inside against guards and centers. He's really been problematic. I keep hearing his name in camp. I'm not surprised. He came on like gangbusters at the end of the season last year, and now you put all these dudes around him. I think he gets lost, right? Von Miller, Frankie Louvu, Javon Kinlaw. Nobody's talking about Dorrance Armstrong. And I just think he's just going to quietly, you look up, Dorrance got 5 sacks and we in week 7. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, y'all got anybody that y'all can think of that?
I think that's a really good one. I feel like he's one of those X factors where if we get a really good season out of him, it changes everything. And I feel the same way if Jordan McGee can stay healthy, because I feel like his coverage ability is going to allow Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu to do what they do best. It's just all about staying healthy. I'm not worried about the talent at all. If he's healthy, he's going to change this entire defense as well. I mean, we've already talked about it. Joey Jr. literally said last year, even with him being a 5th-round rookie, they had plays and formations designed around this guy. So he's going to be a big part of what we do. We did well without him last year, but we could do so much better with him this year.
Yeah, Rio ain't trying to hear that shit. But yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Rico. That is a guy that I've been talking about since he got drafted that I think has a chance to be special. But like you said, gotta stay healthy. Anybody for you, Ed?
Yeah, I think Quan Martin. He's not a low-key guy. Obviously, he's a starter. And I thought he ended on a high note last year with the pick 6 against Detroit. Just having a knack for being around the football. Had the 2 shoulder surgeries last year, powered through that. So he's starting the season off healthy. I know Joey Jr. and Dan Quinn, they gave him his credit about playing through that. So I think Quan Martin, I think he have a solid season coming back from those shoulder surgeries.
That's a good one, too. Ollie, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Ollie writes, you think we're going to go all whites this season?
Yep. And I think I know the game they do it.
Well, tell me. I'm interested.
We usually pull that out for primetime. Week 8 versus the Chiefs. That's going to be your all-white game. That or week 8. Yeah, it's that one. It's the Chiefs game. All-white versus the Chiefs on Monday Night Football.
So you think the Chiefs are going to be in all red?
No, they probably just going to be in their natural burgundy on – I mean, they're red on white. But I think we're in all white for that one. Last year, we pulled the all white out in Philly on Thursday Night Football, right?
Yeah. How often do you see 2 teams with the same color pants on?
Oh yeah, the all white on white. Yeah, I think that we do the. I think we do the white on white. That it's either that game or the Philly game to end the season. Those are the options for me for white on white because I don't really see any other scenarios that would that would make sense for.
No, I think week 8 is the perfect one, and I think the Chiefs would just be in all red. But I don't know if that's not a big game for Kansas City. That's a big game for us, right? They do this.
I think it could end up being a big game if both teams are good. You know what I mean? Or both teams come in crazy. We both 6-1 or 5-2 going into the game. Because they're going to start the Jaden Pat juxtaposition.
If he's balling, if Jaden's balling to that point, and the Chiefs are doing what the Chiefs always do, it'll turn into a big game. But it'll be big for us.
Yeah.
But for them, it's just another Monday night game, right? Like they do this. Yep. So I don't know if they're going to dress up Is what I'm saying. Are they going to dress up for this one? They're just going to put on the.
What do y'all think about white on white? What game do y'all think we're going to wear the white on white?
I'm thinking Giants week 15. That's what I'm thinking. I think either Giants or Eagles. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be like an NFC East fight for the playoff position type of game, because that's what we did. I'm like, you think about the Sean Taylor scoop and score, that was all white. So even back then, like I remember the Santana Moss game against the Giants, that was all white. So even back then, like those are the games we usually do all white. So those big playoff implication games, and then we'll be on Hard Knocks one of those weeks too. So I'm thinking all whites for later in the season.
I don't.
You don't think we can do it week 11?
JD Thinker. Oh, I forgot about I keep forgetting.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You don't think they could get frisky in week 11 in Madrid?
White on white.
Wow. Show out in front of new company.
We making it snow in Spain. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I feel like we're gonna beat the shit out of the Dolphins in Spain. Like, I don't know why. I feel like that's gonna be a blowout. Like, we're gonna dog them, and Spain kids are gonna be running around in 5 jerseys till the end of time.
Bro, we gonna convert a lot of fans in Spain. Come week 11. Did y'all see what? The Lions receiver,
St. Brown?
Amon-Ra St. Brown was doing today secondary in the joint practice today.
God, he was cooking them boys. It was real disrespectful.
It was.
Like, I seen somebody tweet. Now at that point, you got to fight him because it's practice. Yeah. Like, it's joint practice. Somebody got to hit him.
Bro, this man punted the football about 60 yards in the air after mossing on somebody and said, "Hey, you just got to run up and snuff him at that point. Like, you can't get away with this
I'm
shit."
testing this gangster at that point.
Yeah, we got to find out if you really about that life right now, because yeah, he was real disrespectful to them in that practice. So they people been killing the Dolphins defense. Like, well, I mean, he should be doing that. They don't have any corners. They don't have any defense. I'm like, yeah, well.
Oh, somebody said, what do they do white on white week 1?
I thought about that against the Giants, but I don't see them doing it week 1. I think they did the last time they did white on white week 1 at home was, I think they did it with Sam Howell in his start in 2023.
Yeah, versus the Cardinals. Yeah,
I think they did it in that game. So, I mean, if you're gonna do it, if you want, because you're at home, you can control what you wear at home. You can't control what you wear on the road, as far as like your pants are concerned. If the team that you're playing against, like I said, I don't think you ever see 2 teams with white pants on, right? So we can control white pants at home. So maybe it's week 1 against the Giants.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I would save that for a game with more motion, but I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Interesting conversation for sure. OGJ Command, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. OGJ Command writes, Revo, lots of first team reps, necessity or opportunity?
Opportunity.
It feels like opportunity, yeah.
Because I've heard nothing but good things about Will Harris, and we know Quan Martin's ascending.
Yeah. I think it's an opportunity. They've been mixing in, Tyler Owens, giving him some run. I think they look at the position, and Joe Witt Jr., before we even got to camp, he said, I want to find ways to get Revo on the field defensively. So I don't think this is out of necessity. I think they really feel like this guy has earned the right to be on the field defensively with how he's been flying around. And we saw it with our own eyes in the first preseason game. Dude is a missile out there, heat-seeking missile. So I think it's opportunity. Like they see a guy that is starving for an opportunity to get out there and show what he can do as a defender, not just a special teams savant. And I think he's taking advantage of it. Yeah. What says you guys?
Yeah, I say the same thing. I think, honestly, like, Revo just been hooping like that. And we haven't really seen him do that since a few years ago, like I mentioned, when there was like Monte Nicholson next to him or something like that. I think he's just been playing that well. Because like to y'all's point, we've heard good things about other safeties in the room. I think there was a play where like Will Harris shut down a Zach Ertz throw from Jaden Daniels today. Like, the safeties have been playing well. It's just Jeremy Reeves has just been pushing pushing that as far as like I need to get on this field on the defense, and I'm gonna make enough plays that for y'all to learn to trust me to do that. I'm not just here for special teams. I think he's just been hooping like that.
Yeah, I think Joey Jr. loves the violence, the way that Jeremy Reeves plays with violence. I know Joey Jr. when he first came here, the presser, he said we're gonna play in a violent manner. We're gonna hit. That's what Jeremy Reeves brings.
The way we live is not
for everybody. Yeah. That was a classic line.
So, but yeah, we'll see how the season goes. They do want to get them on the field more than just the special teams all pro Revo. So, but they love the violence for sure.
All right. Brian McHugh, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, like Percy Butler as a gunner on special teams, but can't stand seeing him on defense. They worked out Daryl Worley today. Hope they bring him in as DB depth. And that's another name to bring up when we talk about safeties and Revo getting an opportunity. That's another guy they like in Percy Butler.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily out of necessity as much as they just feel like Revo's been playing well and deserves an opportunity. Look, I'm not the biggest Percy Butler fan on defense either, but I want to see a number of these guys that we've not, put in a box, so to speak, feel like we know what they are. But there's been a lot of change that these guys have gone through, especially a lot of these players that are holdovers from the Rivera regime. They haven't had continuity. At the end of the Rivera regime, they had new defensive coaches multiple times in 1 year. They got the next year, you had a new defensive coordinator and, a whole new scheme. This is the first year they've had, back-to-back years of the same scheme. Let's see what some of these guys like Percy Butler do. Quan Martin. This is the first time Quan Martin in his career has the same defensive scheme back-to-back years. Let's see what some of these dudes do now that they're comfortable in a defense that they've played in for a year. So I want to see what Percy Butler can do. What about y'all?
I'm cool.
I want to see it in the preseason. I'm not sure about the regular. Like, give him a bunch of PT in the preseason, see how it goes. But I'm a little uncomfortable right now. I prefer to see my boy Tyler Owens with the potential out there. I'm a little uncomfortable with Percy Butler in a regular season game. Maybe you can afford to against the Giants, but I don't know.
Hey, that man said, I'm cool. I'm good, bro.
Hey, special teams demon, though. Special teams demon. I need Percy Butler moving like Nick Bellore. I don't need him out there playing defense for me.
Yeah, I think Percy's good with the role that he's at. So yeah, special teams ace, special teams demon, him and Nick Bellore going out there making tackles, just running around with reckless abandon. That's a great role for Percy where he doesn't have to think too much. And then, I brought up Daryl Worley earlier. He's a name. He's been in the league for a while. Played with the Ravens, Cowboys, Raiders. Played for a bunch of teams. He plays corner, so I don't think he's going to make the team. But, he'll come in for depth. They also worked out Trey Rucker, the guy who they actually brought in as a UDFA. Then they cut him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that.
Yeah, I don't need to see him come back.
Yeah, and that kind of gave a little bit of life to Gabe Taylor making the 90-man roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's another notable name that they brought.
Shout out to Gabe, though.
Shout out to Gabe, bro. Can't bring him up without shouting him out.
Yeah, what kind of person am I that we got a tagline for the show for shouting out John Taylor's little brother?
Hey, yo, man. Hey, shout out to Gabe, man. I don't know what else you want us to say.
I got problems, man.
Hey. We know this to be a fact, bro.
Yep, definitely a fact, man.
Oh, man. So that was the last super chat. Do y'all have anything to add before we get out of here?
We are now in the mid-30s of the top 100 countdown. We saw two Cowboys come off the list today. CD and Parsons were 35 and 36. Still no sight of our guy JD5 because you're not going to see him in the 30s and you're not going to see him in the 20s. So we still got to wait till around the damn first week of the season to see the list. But we all going to be waiting patiently to see him or Hurts, who coming off that list first?
Oh,
Are they
you
gonna give
already-
him? Are they gonna give him the Super Bowl sucking, or are they going to really be for? Are they gonna speak with their chest like the NFL executive and coaches have?
Yeah, but you remember these players be on some other shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I could easily see
Watch,
Hurts coming
Hurts
in.
gonna be like number 4 because
Yeah,
they won the Super Bowl.
Super
Watch.
Bowl, right? I could easily see that being the case.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, Saquon, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson are your top 3.
Yeah, Saquon number 1 for sure.
In whatever order you want to put them in, but those are your top 3. So I could easily see Hurts at like 4 or 5. Because players be on some other shit, but it's all good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing where he ends up. I think this might be the furthest down he'll be for a while, wherever it is. So
yeah, I agree with that. I think wherever he lands in this one, this will be the floor for him.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a while before we hit this plateau again. So should be interesting to see where he ends up. Anything else?
That's all I got for right now, man. Let's go.
Shit, I'm just hoping to see the intensity pick up even more. You know what I mean? We've been banging each other for the longest time now. I'm gonna pause that. That was crazy, but yeah, we've been going against each other for so long.
Hey, go ahead, man. That'll never get old. That's gonna do it for the Commanders Kings. Once again, we're gonna be live August 24th, Crystal City Sports Pub in Arlington, Virginia. Doors open at 5. We getting active shortly before 6. It's gonna be a time breaking down the season, giving you predictions of every single game. We're also gonna have our 53-man projections. That'll be one of the hottest topics at the time because the Ravens game, final preseason game, would have been in the books the day before. And so we'll talk about that. Toast to the season. Among other things, we're going to be lit and we want you to be in the building. For those of you who can't attend, you can still help and be a part of the action by donating. Just hit the link that is in the description of this video or in the comment section. Mods, if you're out there, do us a huge solid. Drop it in the link in the comment section so those that want to buy tickets or donate can do so. Go all the way down on that link to the bottom of the screen, and you will see the 3 donation tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. We appreciate every single one of you who is unable to attend but still finds a way to be present in the building in spirit. And we are going to shout out each and every single one of you who donates to the stream. So with that said, less than 30 tickets left. If you want to be in the building, don't delay, don't procrastinate, don't wait.
Pull up
and be great. Can't wait to see y'all there. But for Rico, Rio, Ed, and myself, y'all know what it is. If you're coming at these kanks, you best not miss. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Shout out to Gabe.
always.
We out.
And that's Taylor, not Davis, boy.